That's so good.
I know you're hoping and praying that maybe we'll have another war, but it ain't happening.
What up, nerds? It's me, your big special boy. I'm back again. Cheers. Welcome. I'm here with my step babushka, Marcus, of course, and my good friend Lorax. My name's Dick Warlock, if I didn't mention that. And this is Saturday Night's Edition, Vacation Edition, because everyone's, vacation, all I ever wanted, vacation, have to get away. Me, Congress, and the rest of the world. We're all going on vacay. Marcus is on vacay. He's taking a flight to Turkey and then probably a cross-border travel like after that. What's going on, Marcus?
Just got the call from God to fight in Holy War.
Let's go.
No, I did want to show these off because this is the last kafia shop, but you can order these online, and I was talking about them earlier, and I was just like really psyched that they came in.
They look sick. You look dope.
Wait, the last kafia shop where?
In Palestine.
There it is.
Yes.
And
what city is it in again? It's in Hebron, right? Am I wrong about that?
Yeah.
I'm not 100. Let's see if they got it on here. I don't know.
What's the name of the shop? Is that on there? Can we just give
HEYYYY?
HEYYYY?
Yeah, HIRBAWI.
Oh, sick. Also, thank you, Proletato, for gifting that one sub to DS Shishkona. And then thank you, Rough Hands, for tier 2 at 7 months at tier 2.
Damn.
Let's go. On that note.
We should start seeing the 1 years pop up soon.
Holy fuck.
For those who've been here.
That's insane. Tier 2 at 7 months is pretty OG, I'm not going to lie. Tier 2, I mean, you get extra points for being tier 2, obviously, Rough Hands. Yeah. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thanks for putting the link too, Lorax. Sorry, Marcus, go ahead.
I know you're hoping and praying that maybe we'll have another war, but it ain't happening.
Yeah, you get extra brownie points. You get to time travel a little bit.
P.S. Ted Cruz, go fuck yourself.
On that note, Lorax, welcome. Hello. How are you? I haven't actually talked to you in a while because I've been off stream, obviously, and been moving and shit. I've missed you. How are you?
I'm good. Just, starting for local fights, but it's all good. It works like that. It's how we get things out, right? I'm also on vacation. I looked at Congress. They're like, you know what? They're saying fuck everyone and fuck the poor. Yeah. Why can't I do that? If my leaders are doing that, I figure I can get away with saying fuck the poor, too.
Dude,
so
the incredible, this disgusting, sick, viscous irony of them going like, no one's getting unemployment if they don't work. Like at the same time, they're like taking away people's extended unemployment, and then going on vacation for 6 weeks, being like, "You lazy bastards, you don't get any more. Your vacation's over. Mine's just begun. Let me get that surfboard."
Well, I mean, speaking of UI, like that's the thing. That's next, right? So we just had today's the moratorium.
Yeah, was
lifted. Basically, it was not renewed. Federally, of course, states are different, right? So if you're protected in places like Illinois or California, that's different. But like federally, it fucks a lot. It's like 9 million people.
Yeah.
Then UI is coming up, and of course, we'll talk about it. But fuck.
Now, that's if you live in one of those states that's got that southern hospitality that says "get back to work,"
right meow. Yeah, I mean. It's millions and millions of people, like you said, Lorax. It's fucking. There is a crisis on our hands that they know is going to happen. That they are uninterested in, like. They're gonna handle it like they do every crisis, which is to ignore it and pretend they're doing something about it. They've just abdicated all responsibility. It's abdication vacation. It's like
abdication vacation.
America is not a country; it's a business.
Yes,
and we're open for business.
Yeah, but we're not getting paid.
Yeah.
Business is a booming.
Business. COVID Delta variant is a booming.
Yeah, no shit.
It's like we're all working
well,
for free.
I don't know. That last link I put in there. I don't know if that ties into a few of the elected members of the U.S. House of Representatives that spent the night on the Capitol steps.
Can we? So I definitely want to do that next, but I have something that from our friend Demos that I want to show you guys first. You ready? What you know about that Taliban evangelions?
I thought it was Talibanime.
Talibanime. Talibanigion. You guys ever watch Evangelion?
Pokemon.
What's up?
You guys ever watch Evangelion?
No.
No? Oh, that's the music from that anime. I just watched it for the first time recently. I didn't get all the way through it though yet. Me and the wife are watching it, and then now we're watching the Return of Twin Peaks on Showtime.
Nice. How is that?
You know what? It started off and I didn't like it because I love Twin Peaks. I loved the original series. Obviously, it ended weirdly. If you guys have never seen it, you should watch it. But the return, that was what, 2017 it started? Mm-hmm. It started off very slowly, and it's like a different tone than the original show, because the original show is like kind of soapy and campy. Like it jumps around like tonally and like in genres and stuff. And the new one was just very ominous and quiet. And but they found their own. Like now I'm like 6 or 7 episodes in, and I'm laughing my ass off at some specific. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Doggo. Who's that? I don't think I've met
this. Is Tulip.
Hi, sweetie.
Oh my god.
She likes to dance sometimes. That's why she jumps up.
She's so pretty. Aww.
She's pretty.
There was a fish in the percolator. Exactly, Proletato. One of my favorite lines from Twin Peaks. One of my favorite. Yeah. The new one is, you should definitely watch it. There's some really interesting stuff. There's a monologue. Michael Cera makes an appearance in it, and he has a monologue that I watched last night that I was dying laughing for like 2 or 3 minutes straight. I don't know if it was supposed to be funny, but I thought it was the funniest shit ever. Anywho, what do you guys think about the Taliban anime video that Demos made for us?
Taliban anime? I mean, I thought that was just posted as they're celebrating their victory over the imperialist pig dogs that is the United States of America. But
they did post that video, but the music was not the same.
Oh, where?
The music is from the show, because it looked like when they had their swords out, it looked very anime-esque. Like they were doing some like poses. So someone's like, Demos was like, they need anime music. So he knew the iconic Evangelion music would be good, and it actually works pretty good.
Like, fantastic, right? You want victory over empire, join the Taliban.
Yeah, and the weird thing
that's what I
is,
assume all the wording says is like, hey, fucking 2-0 motherfuckers, you want to kill empires? These guys, what's got 2 thumbs and kills empires? These guys right here, all right?
Look at all the leftover U.S. weaponry too. Just saying.
Well, Demos brought up too, like, that the dude who made that video replied, because they were like, they're doing some teasing about like, oh, this is anime, and the guy, like, in the reply gets big mad and thinks that like they're simping for imperialism or something. So he posts 2 pictures, and one is just like a bunch of American soldiers in a medevac just bleeding, like like after a mass casualty event, and the other one is like a boot with the heel ripped off, that like a combat boot that American soldiers are wearing. And Demos was like, what is this supposed to be? And I'm like, well, he's trying to troll you and be like, look what we did to you, pig dog, And Demos is like, yeah, but so what? And I'm like, yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, bro, you won. Congratulations. Like, I know, I was there. I got my ass kicked by you.
rub it into the U.S. government. Like, that's it. It's kind of like, we're just random people who, we don't even know why we were there in the first place. We get it. No, we understand.
Yeah, we haven't know why. We knew why we were there for about 3 months. Then we pushed all the way to Kabul. And we denied the Taliban's request to turn over bin Laden to us, like they did offer. And then we pushed for a month. What did it take? A month from fucking invading from both the north with the Northern Alliance and then the south via Pakistan, and pushing all pincer maneuvering into Kabul. And then we just decided to hunker down and be like, we've got to hunt down all them Talibans are in the hills, you know?
Well, our job's done here. Let's go to Iraq.
Yeah, no shit.
I mean, but that's those read the Afghan papers, and then it's like all the nonsense suddenly makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. And that is the fact is like they had no idea what they were doing at all, and like all the things is like to this day.
Yeah.
To this day, when you hear them saying, "Oh, hey, all the things that we've done for Afghan women,"
no,
that was literally just one of their marketing ploys that they have been sticking to for over a decade.
Yes.
Like it was something that was just tossed out in one of these fucking meetings, and like they're like, "Oh yeah, it sticks." The fucking liberal media stick like fucking they love that shit. And so it's like it just goes on and on and on, right? But it's like when they talk about that shit, like they're never talking about like what they actually mean, right? What are the actual tangible things that they've secured for women in Afghanistan? It's just basic xenophobic line of like, oh, whatever existence they had under our protection must be better than whatever they were living in beforehand. Which, come on.
It's reverse engineering a justification. It's like, well, we are there. Let's figure out why. Well, I think something about like Afghan women were better off. Now they must be, right? Because like Taliban was so oppressive to them, which like you don't got to hand it to the Taliban. You're like they suck. Like they're right wing reactionary religious psychos. Like, but they'd win. They did kick our ass. Like,
yeah, and then they kicked like ass before that too. Like against the Russians when they were in Afghanistan.
When indiscriminate drone strike. Right, is like, what's the worst that can happen on this side? You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily have to be fucking the greatest landlords in the fucking world in order to be better than that, right? Then like, oh hey, one of my family members gets fucking killed or maimed just because of random fucking chance that they got in a fucking drone strike.
Mm-hmm.
That you don't have to. You
military
don't have to
age males,
like,
bro.
Exactly. It's like you don't have to do some chicken in every pot bullshit in order to fucking be better than that.
Yes. No. We also, I mean, this is what we do though. We continue to just parade this whole human rights. Like we do it with Iran right now, but we ignore Saudi Arabia's human rights abuses.
Oh, Cuba,
right? Like
Cuba,
or Cuba.
We sanctioned the Cuban police for being brutal.
Yeah, we can't even sanction our own fucking police. In fact, we give them more of our COVID relief money than we give our fucking people.
Joe Biden said, literally, he said, in like within the same day, we should pay the police more in the United States while sanctioning the Cuban police for being too brutal. The magnitude, the scale of brutality from the Cuban police to the American police isn't even in the same fucking hemisphere. It's on the same galaxy.
I saw some shit the other day, man, of like these cops just choking this kid, fucking putting the pistol into his fucking forehead and shit. Like, and it was just like, well, where's the sanctions?
Yeah.
Where's the sanctions coming down?
Yeah. The State Department should be sanctioning every like individual township's police departments.
How about this? Okay. How about we meet in the middle? All right. The thing is too is like on the left we need to think pragmatically.
Oh, here we
go.
I don't like
and
this.
Now we need to think of
our revolution.
Try partisan effort. Which I think that our revolution article I think is bullshit, by the way.
Maybe we should talk about it tonight.
We can, yeah. Fuck, man. Now I lost.
Meet in the middle. What were you gonna say?
Oh yeah, we gotta fucking meet in the middle, right? How about we agree just to sanction the billionaire mayors that pissed Elizabeth Warren off, who also used to brutally run the police, right? So like that, like, can we just can we get like one or two mayors, and they're also billionaires, and they also pissed off Elizabeth Warren at one time, right? Let's just meet in the middle and just fuck over like one or two people. Can we do that?
Well, we could
We
just
gotta go further than that. We gotta go further. In fact, we should ask every single country in the world to band together and sanction the United States and not trade with us. In fact, that's what we should be doing. Instead of sanctioning within our own country, we should ask everyone else to just say fuck the United States.
But I have an
honestly,
addendum.
They got China, they got Russia, they got
avocado toast.
South America. They got now Mexico, who's like, you know what, fuck you. We're gonna send our own ships to Cuba. You got I think the entire world would just be like, leave U.S. and Canada to trade with them themselves, and like everyone else would be fine. I got
it though. Listen, I think I have a happy medium here too between both of your proposals, which is let's have the State Department, instead of sanctioning the individual police departments and their captains or whatever the fuck, the little fucking sheriffs and shit, sanction the mayors, the fucking Democratic mayors of all those cities have Dem mayors who are like, who like proudly like write Black Lives Matter on a street or wave the fucking LGBTQ flag or something, and then allow them, like that night, if you stay out too late, they will allow the police to bludgeon you to death, like just for walking down the street. We should actually, those Democratic mayors should be like literally have sanctions placed on them. Like they go to the 7-Eleven and try to buy a Sprite, and they're like, I'm sorry, but the U.S. State Department has told me I cannot sell you this beverage.
Yeah, like Eric Garcetti, sanction his ass.
Yeah.
L.A., New York, Chicago especially.
Lori Lightfoot, yeah.
Lori Lightfoot, yeah. Tom Wheeler in Portland. Fuck all these people.
Yes.
You know? Yeah. What's her face? Jenny Durkin in Seattle.
Bowser here in D.C.
Yeah, Todd Gloria here in San Diego. Let's sanction all these motherfuckers. They're all Democrat, and they're Democratic majorities, if I'm not mistaken.
It's right, man. Like, I don't know. This just all kind of reminds me of the sanctions of the Black Bush Chappelle skit. You know, yeah. And then just like, well, just sanction me. How about you just sanction me? Sanction me with your you ain't got no army.
I'm gonna go. What's the finishes? He's like, I'm gonna go have sex with this alien. I got the cure for AIDS. Like when he reveals there's aliens and the Gleep Glop comes out and he starts dancing with it. He's like, I'm gonna go have sex with these cloned twins or whatever. And this alien, I got the cure for AIDS. It's fine. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Let me pull up what you put in the chat there.
Oh yeah. Speaking of the housing crisis.
What are you talking about? Employment's up. You know, those gig workers that. Also, DoorDash is striking today. Fucking don't buy DoorDash.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I literally deleted. Do you guys remember when DoorDash? I don't know if maybe you guys aren't even aware of this. I'm still so mad thinking about it. DoorDash, when you tipped one of their drivers, they would take the tip for themselves and decide how much tip to give the DoorDash driver based on an algorithm afterwards. The tip you gave was just folded into the cost of your meal.
Jesus Christ.
The DoorDash driver literally couldn't take it. And like, it was so much immediate backlash from that. Like, hey, go fuck yourself. Like, we live in a country where there is no real wage enforcement. We have to live off tips. And they ended up reversing their policy very quickly. But ever since then, I'm like, you motherfuckers should not be allowed to do business at all.
I've never done the, I think, well, and I don't know, maybe it's just like, I've gotten Chipotle delivered a few times, and that might use DoorDash. You know, like, I don't know how, like, Chipotle figured out their shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you like order directly from Chipotle and they like send one of those like people?
I don't know how that works exactly. When you order directly from them, they probably use like whatever app like is available, like whoever is the most like.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, stranger that's underpaid delivers my food. But I don't know. That's like the only time I've ever, you know, on that shit.
I order food quite a bit delivery because I hate leaving my house. But like my wife gets mad at me because she's like, $30, you know, like
It is bad. It's bad. It's so expensive based on just going in, right, versus or picking up, not through one of those apps.
Well, I mean, just for my tip though. She's like, you're doing a 50% tip, Dick. And I'm like, but like he is like my servant right now. I don't feel good about this. Like this person is going to a place, picking up my food, taking their time and driving all the way over here, and how many people didn't tip them today? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna give them more money than like I'm gonna give them like almost the same price I paid for my spicy chicken sandwich at Burger King or something, you know, like I'm gonna give them as more money than what the meal is worth because I feel bad about it, you know. She's like, you don't have a job, and I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Credit cards are great.
Left flank vets, you know, Thanks for your delivery tips.
Yeah.
Please give us money. Let us continue the grift so I can buy spicy chicken sandwiches from Burger King and support my local DoorDash drivers. Speaking of people who aren't grifters, let's look at Cori Bush and see this video from Justice Dems that Marcus put in the chat. Let's watch it.
Congresswoman Bush, this is obviously very personal for you. Do you think other members get it the way that you do?
They may not, and that's okay. That's why we speak up. For those of us that are okay, you don't have to speak up. You don't have to talk about your issues. But for those of us that are okay being vulnerable in that way, we're going to speak up and we're going to make sure, you know, just like as people are being evicted, you know, as people have been evicted even while they weren't supposed to be being evicted, while this moratorium has been going on and you know, people still have been being evicted. You know what happens when you get evicted? You incur all of these extra fees, all of these late fees, all of these court costs on top of what you already owed. And so this does not fix the problem. This does not help people. When we talk about upwards of 7, maybe even 11 million people, we're talking, how much money is that? What are we doing to people that we're supposed to represent?
P.S. Ted Cruz,
yes,
go
it's very
fuck yourself.
personal. It's personal because, first of all, we're talking about my people. We're talking about putting out, when I look at my district, when I look at St. Louis, you're talking about putting my St. Louis folks out on the street, and I'm not just going to sit back and be quiet about it. And then it also affects the country. It affects my sister's district and the people that are out here. It affects so many people. So we speak up, but then also I've been there. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be cold, and I know where to use the bathroom, not be able to take care of my what I need. Where do I get period products? Where do I store them? How do I change? Like all of those things. How do I stay safe? You know, how do I keep my kids safe? I know what that's like, and I don't want anybody else to have to go through it. And I ran for this seat to make sure that nobody has to go through it as long as I'm here. That's why my sister is here. That's why our other colleagues have been out here with us, because we're making sure that, and then we got the backup again of the people to get it done.
Congresswoman.
Damn. I mean,
Yeah.
she's spitting facts. There's
Yeah, absolutely.
like she always does. I mean, only thing that I will say about that is like, it's not okay that her colleagues aren't speaking up. It's not okay. Mm-hmm. She's saying she's a little bit giving them a pass, being like, it's okay, I'll go out here and do the work. But like,
well, I don't think she was
speaking up.
I don't think she was necessarily referring to her colleagues. I think she was referring to people who understand the issue and may have suffered from it, and are able to speak up. I think that was the
like people who have a platform like her because she is a congresswoman.
Yeah, or like people, or just like people who are experiencing, because everything like that thing is like really, it's like the reason why they're going to her, right? Because like Ayanna Pressley, Ilhan Omar, they were there as well. Mm-hmm. The reason why they're going to Cori Bush is because like she talks about how she lived in a car before, and
and she's willing to like bring up on national news uncomfortable topics like how do I get feminine hygiene products.
Yeah, and so that's like the point of her saying, hey, if you're not okay, like no one's pressure, like you have to speak out, but it's like if you are okay being vulnerable, like it's on us to really speak about the the problems that we're facing. And I mean, this is why I left. This is the exact same shit of why I was like, I can't work with these. I can't work here. I can't work for the government. Like, it was like, because it was the same shit except with COVID, and it was like this whole time I was like, we're not doing anything.
Yeah.
It sucks. My rep today posted about how people missed their trains and planes because they stood by, and then she's now back in San Diego. So like, yeah, she could have stayed out there, but she's one of those millennial reps, but also the heiress of a billionaire who's, tweets that like, I'm staying by, and then goes back. So Cori Bush is doing more for the California 53 than Sarah Jacobs ever has, and that's like, the young Democrat leaders got elected the same year. You see the dichotomy of that, right? Like you see the old guard versus like the new guard of like Cori Bush and shit.
What I wouldn't give to have obviously it wouldn't be appropriate for me or like one of us to ask this question, but like to have a reporter ask Sarah Jacobs, what is a person who's evicted and then is on their period supposed to do when they're living in their car if they're lucky enough to have one?
Sarah Jacobs is also a landlord in DC and Manhattan, so she's probably fine with this shit expiring because it'll just get her money if people And
like, so let me like, I'll like peel back the curtain a little bit, right? Is like, most of the time you don't, especially elected, like you look at Congress, they're mostly lawyers, right?
Yep.
Who are lawyers? Like usually sons and daughters of lawyers. And so their existence, their experience with like life, right, hardship is almost non-existent, right? And so a lot, like largely, especially is like within the Democratic Party, they like live off these like NGO relationships. They live off this like or these nonprofit relationships to say, hey, we represent this issue of the suffering masses. We will talk to you. But like, who are the people who are going into these meetings? They're lawyers who are the children of lawyers as well. And so you're like, they get the issues largely, even like in some like bubble layer of like, if you just throw a little bit more money and we do some more programming, eventually we'll be able to help people help themselves.
Because they came up, came up during the Clinton era of block grant, the shift to block grants rather than direct assistance to people. The welfare queens fucking racist stereotype and shit took over under Reagan. Clinton furthered it. Well, he was being a fucking pedophile and decided that we just start abdicate responsibility of not the entire government to the nonprofit sector and allow people's like you're talking about too, Marcus, like the sons and daughters of rich people become like lawyers, right? But those are like those are the successful ones, right? The failed sons and daughters, you know what they become?
Politicians.
Well, that too, but
Congress members.
They head up nonprofits.
That's true. Yeah,
their parents give them grants. They create like this is the Fucknut Trust Fund grant organization. We're all about reducing poverty for homeless gay veterans.
P.S. Ted Cruz, go fuck yourself.
And they somehow spend $2 million a year. And they have one picture of like one guy that they found that they gave a Happy Meal one time, and they're like, well, maybe we did good. Look, we're making an impact. It's disgusting. Also, I would say too, we talked about real quick. I want to give Erica a shout out because we talked about period poverty. Erica did an amazing episode on our Patreon that is free. You can listen to it for free on our Patreon about period poverty. Erica is one of these people who is willing to talk about, be vulnerable about, like Cori Bush said, about an uncomfortable topic and about how awful our system and government and capitalism is to people who have periods, especially, and when you're poor. So I encourage you to all go take a listen on our Patreon. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just want to Unreal Leia. It is for anyone. Like, don't ever expect to get your Congress person on the phone.
No.
Like, you will never be able to call the office. They could be there. They could be sitting there twiddling the thumbs doing nothing. You will never get them on the phone.
Well, actually, unless
you go through certain hoops. Like, and I mean, like, I don't know if you have any other experience. It's like, you will never get them on the phone. If you're a first-time caller, like...
Marcus, what are you forgetting about? That's Grilla. If you're a millionaire, are you a millionaire on Real Leia?
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Right. yeah. Right. Exactly.
Are you a millionaire? Have you donated?
I'm talking to our audience. Okay.
Yeah, Unreal.
I'm talking to our audience.
If you're a millionaire, don't spend it giving it to your congressperson. Give it to us, please. Okay.
Yeah.
Gift subs.
Yeah. And so like that's the thing is like. And it's like, oh yeah, like your rep follows. Like, no, you're the rep's comms director. There's an intern that runs an account that may follow you. You know, like that's how this shit goes.
You think Joe Biden knows how to tweet?
Like, but at the end of the day, there's a very large separation, right, between a lot of the just existing realities and the understanding by like most of electeds, right? Yes. And so that's why it's like great, like that Cory Bush is there, just saying like, no, I understand all of the fucking problems that goes along with being poor, you know, and like that's the thing too is like, it's expensive to be poor. That's something that
really is.
That they don't like. Not like a lot of these people like just don't understand how expensive it is to be broke.
Yeah. Now I will say, Marcus, Joe Biden himself actually reached out to me today. If you want to take a look, so I don't know what you're talking about this congressperson, but I did respond.
Oh yeah.
It's good. Good response. I like Pavlov's response of, I don't understand why there's $46 billion in CARES Act for rental assistance, but less than 1% has been distributed. You know, on the real of what's going on with Cory Bush out there, like you don't have to understand.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Real. You don't have to come from understand this shit's bad. Like you just feel like that's the thing. We put the onus on people who have lived experience, opposed to like just understanding empathy and understanding the system and how it crashes on these people. It's like Nancy Pelosi coming out and saying, we gave them money. The CARES Act, it gave money for rental assistance, and none of it ever saw renters. It all went to the fucking police, by the way. Like 61% of San Diego's CARES Act money was used for the police budget. So that's where we're at as a nation, right? And it's like, I applaud Cory Bush and those staying overnight last night, but like, there's just not enough. And unless we're at the fucking doors of our Congress people, not calling their office, but at their homes, not letting them sleep, whether it's in DC or like back at home in their district, then it's never gonna, like, especially if they live in a condo complex like mine does, we're gonna wake up all their neighbors until they understand what the fuck they're doing out there, because being a billionaire heiress isn't it.
Some people went to Pelosi's house today and tried to deliver an eviction notice to her.
I saw that. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And she had the opportunity, but again, went out there and was like, we gave them money. It's fine. We're gonna fix this, and never did. You know, just went on vacations.
Yeah. No. And this is like, I mean, like it was actually like, it's like fucking wild. You know, some of like the messaging even coming out because of this stuff, and it was like, because I mean, I've been aware, like there's like fucking, I feel like there's like Twitter handles just dedicated to like, okay, now there's 30 days until the eviction moratorium, 29 days, you know, like counting fucking down, right?
Yeah. It's like a doomsday clock.
And then like they talk about, oh, hey, well, the Supreme Court ruled that, you know, the CDC can't just do it again, so it has to be Congress. and like the thing that's like kind of like crazy though is that really is that everyone like kind of talking about like, oh, is the House going to come back? It's like, would the Senate even pass it? We get sick. Like, are there going to be 10 Republicans voting on that?
I mean, how did it get extended this much already? I mean, they must have had some, right?
To the CDC. The CDC did, like, it was like a lot of the stipulations of the CDC that did the eviction moratorium.
So that's where
the Supreme Court said they can't. The CDC alone cannot push it past July 31st.
Then what you do as a party, the Democratic Party, if you're serious about passing this shit, knowing that the Republicans are going to block it, you put it up. You make them block it. You make them be the bad guys. But we're so bad at doing that, right? Like
that's the thing.
You could put it on the floor and send it to the Senate, and it could have failed, but we could have watched who literally voted to let people die.
It doesn't matter.
They didn't even but like that thing is like out of Pelosi's office, they're putting on the messages of like, we weren't aware, and it by the time the president let us know that he wanted us to do legislation on it, it was too late and the members are gone. Like that's like the fucking message on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it like, and the president says, well, hey, we can't do anything because the Supreme Court. The legislation says, well, the president didn't tell us soon enough for us to do our job. Motherfuckers. Like, you're not supposed to dictate your fucking shit off of the president any goddamn way.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. There's a tie-in with that. Speaking of exactly what you're talking about, there was a link for the UI benefits that are expiring in less than a month.
I got you.
That's just a really good segue, Marcus. Marcus knew what he was doing there. Applaud, because that's a fucking perfect segue, because this is what they're setting the fuck up for us. It's like another time. It's like, hey, by the way, this new deadline's coming up, and we're going to know 3 days ahead of time that Biden actually cares about it.
Sources tell me, this is Jeff Stein of the Washington Post, White House officials do not believe there is political will in Congress to extend UI benefits for 9 million lapsing in September. This is separate from the $300 supplement. Also not clear if White House will try to drum up support. So this is funny because I have some personal experience here. I was on unemployment. You know when my unemployment ran out? January of this year. Like these people who are on unemployment now are people who, like, by definition, if they still have unemployment benefits left, they must have been working for the majority of the pandemic, and now they don't want to extend it for them. Like, I got an extension. That was with an extension that I got that. Normally in the state of Virginia, I would not have got as much unemployment as I did. And it allowed me to fucking live. In Mega Virginia, the state of Mega Virginia. It allowed me to fucking survive. Like, I was very grateful for it. And I was applying for work that whole time. Not a goddamn thing. Still am. But like, this is what's is like the right wing would have you believe that these people have been on unemployment since the beginning of the pandemic. And I don't know of an unemployment program at any state level that would have allowed this person, this hypothetical fucking lazy, like, COVID welfare queen stereotype that they've created, like, didn't stop flipping burgers and sat on their ass for over a year. I don't know of a single person, like, program that's that generous that has been allowed to, like, even with an extension. Like I said, I couldn't benefit from that.
Now, if you scroll down to the second tweet by Jeff Stein, that's where it continues.
If the White House decides to push to extend PUA as pandemic unemployment assistance, some advocates ask, will they give Congress more than a few days' notice to get it done? That's very relevant, like you said, Lorix.
I mean, that's like, but that like this is where the government's upside down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is not how democracy is supposed to work, and like, even if like, like, especially too, is like our democracy, take, like, granted, right, all of the fucking bullshit, lies, and hypocrisies, and all of that, right, within the Constitution, like literally like one of the things that's like it's just not supposed to work this way. All right, the legislature is supposed to do whatever the fuck that they want.
Yes.
Separate of what the executive want. Like this is
checks
just,
and balances.
Yeah, checks and balances, right?
like, okay, like we gotta like ignore slavery. We are ignoring like the fact that most people can't vote. We have to ignore all of this bullshit and say like, okay, what do these racist ass syphilis brain motherfuckers actually want? And like, this was not it. Of hey, well, we have to wait for the president to tell us what bills to pass. Oh no. That's not what a legislator is supposed to do. You are supposed to be deciding these things.
Yes.
Yeah,
tell
but
him.
Running the government.
Unity. This is unity.
He's supposed to like running the government in the legislature's image.
This is
like,
unity, says Laura.
It's unity. This is literally no, seriously, because if Pelosi comes out in a way of like, hey, we're gonna do this, and Biden doesn't know it's coming, and then all of a sudden it sits his desk. He's like, "Oh, I didn't really know. Like I didn't say I'd support blah blah blah." Does his whole Biden thing. Then it creates a rift in the Democratic Party. This is my conspiracy. I don't have my tinfoil with me, but I think it's out of this whole false unity of like, we are the Democratic Party and we're bipartisan and we're gonna let everyone know, from the president down to the most junior Congress member, that we're gonna pass this. And it's like, why? No, you're supposed to be passing bills for the people and represent your district. As Marcus said, this is no democracy. This is literally just like, oh, are we just waiting for the president to say go?
Yes,
like,
yes, because
like I honestly, I was just like I was taken back. Right? Like, what the fuck? Waiting for who? Like literally, like, you're the fucking ones who make the rules. You make the rules. What are you waiting on anybody for anything? And like that's the thing too, is like, what are you waiting on the fucking president? He doesn't like what the rules you made? Oh, okay. Like, you can overturn this motherfucker.
Waiting for Godot. That's right, Riff. I mean, you guys, listen. Okay, maybe you guys aren't as learned as I am. Okay, I've been to college. Have you heard of it? It's a place where you can
collage.
Collage in French.
What the fuck you trying to say?
In college, they taught me a little bit thing about the great man theory. Maybe you've heard of it. Okay, and right now we live in the era of the great man. We've got Joe Biden, a great and very intelligent and completely lucid man.
Great man.
And on the opposite side, we've got another one, Donald J. Trump.
Yeah, Trump.
On the opposite, like also very lucid, very intelligent. And these two great men are representing polar opposite theories. You know, communism under Joe Biden and Malarco Bidenism. Yeah. And then you've got like. You've got patriot libertarianism under Donald J. Trump, right? And these two ideas are clashing. And this is, like you said, unity, Lorex. What has happened is the GOP is united under the banner of patriot libertarianism, and the Dems are united under the banner of Malarco Biden anarcho-communism. And so they look to the great man for their cues on what to do. They know this is the left can take lessons from this. All right, this is how we do unity. Like, we should just appoint, like, you know, Marcus, you're in charge of the of the left now. We all just do whatever you want. We'll just do what you say. Okay.
Oh my God! And I'll say, Chun-Li Tsunami, hi, welcome back. Good to see you.
Well,
yes, someone who has eaten the brains out of Dick's skull and is just.
It's
just
true.
using the words in the lexicon. Right
I've always been like this. I've always been like this. Don't pretend like this is a recent phenomena. This is me from day one.
You disappear for a week and you come back like this? What is this?
Yeah, exactly. The thing that sucks.
I had to move. I'm in my new house, and someone like yelled at me earlier because I was smacking a bug too. They said you have to eat what you kill. So yeah, I have to eat the bugs. But yeah, I have a house now. I'm a homeowner. Which is weird because it feels like I'm just house sitting for someone else.
You are the bank.
Literally.
Yeah, you are.
If you have a mortgage, you don't own a house. In fact, there's a good argument to be made. Even when you pay off your mortgage, You have to pay property taxes every year. You never really own a home.
No.
You never really own land in this country. But anyways, like I moved in and I'm getting settled. It's been fucking so much work. My wife hates bugs. There are bugs everywhere in the house. There are spiders. There are fucking flying things. There's hair in the drains. Like, I have been wife guying my ass off, breaking down boxes, like secretly finding dumpsters to throw all the fucking like trash and shit away from moving.
Shit.
Oh shit! What up?
Unreal Leah Remini. Thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Holy shit!
I think it might be the real Leah Remini. Do you guys know who Leah Remini is?
I do not.
That's a former Scientologist. That's
Yes.
from what's that show?
King of Queens.
King of Queens.
Yes, she was the wife on King of Queens.
Yeah, I always had a crush.
Oh,
on her.
yo, hey, what's up?
Oh, hey, what's up?
What's up?
Stop.
Yeah, so I've been wife guy.
I know you're hoping and praying that maybe we'll have another war, but it ain't happening.
Why is it so loud? I have no idea how to control the volume of the alerts.
It's not loud.
But yeah, you guys should be proud of me. I'm living up to my namesake. I am really wife guy, because I'm a fail husband too, and I'm trying, like, while my wife works all day, I'm trying to like
clean up the homestead.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the homestead together. So I've been like patching fucking like bubbles in the drywall. I've been, like I said, breaking down boxes. I've been hanging shit on the walls and shit. I also want to make it nice when Marcus moves down here shortly. So I want Marcus to be impressed by my house when he gets here.
And then I am looking to move that way too, so we could all live within a few miles of each other.
Let's go.
Just do some hot tub live streams.
Let's go. Okay, we got it. Listen. Okay, Lorax, you have to do it. And then we also
it's a task. I'm all the way. I'm like on the other coast, so, and the weather's so much better here.
Yes. I will say the weather was very nice here. I went on a walk today. I walked through a golf course today near my house, and I drive by a golf course all the time when I leave my house, and every time I slow down and I'm looking to snipe. I'm waiting to see, is someone about to take a shot so I can do the honk? And my wife gets mad. It hasn't happened yet. There are 2 holes on either side of the road, and I'm like,
You gotta look for the tees. It's always the tees.
Yeah,
that's where you're gonna see that group.
We will definitely we'll do proper, right? We'll get some fucking air horns. You know what I'm saying?
Ghillie suit and air horns, Jackass style.
Oh my god! With our abolished golf stickers, there happens to still be an abolished golf sticker on like the, pointing towards the golf course, and I don't know who put it there in San Diego, but whoever you are. I can put it up. It's been up for like 4 weeks now.
Let's go.
No one's taking it up. But no, I live by a golf course, and I kind of get used to it. The first time I got them, was amazing. And then it's just like every time you drive by, it's just like you time it better every time. The last guy I got, he was in the middle of his backswing, and then he just starts shaking his goddamn whole,
like Gandalf with his wizard staff. You bastard! So here's the thing. You guys want to hear something funny about our merch? Speaking of our koozies, you can buy our merch. We have merch.
Hey, we have merch.
So this wasn't this koozie, but I have one of the regular left flank koozies, right? And I have 3. I have this one, and I have 2 left flank koozies. I have the one that you bought for just us. You had made special for us, Lorax, and then I have one of the koozies, the mass-produced koozies that we sell, right? Well, I couldn't find my mass-produced one. I was like, where the fuck is it? And I've been doing this thing too, where when you move and you I hired movers. Who were awesome. My wife got mad at me because I tipped them too much money too. I was like, these guys sweat their ass off, and the fuckers didn't even send them with water. They're like, it's like fucking 1,000 degrees out, and they're running with my heavy ass fucking boxes on their backs. I'm like, okay, you guys need to stop and drink some water. But anyways, I moved a bunch of shit myself too, because I was like, oh, this is I have weights, a weight vest, and weird elongated shit, my green screen and shit that won't fit in a box. And I was like, I just shoved a closet full of shit, and I was like, yeah, I'll take care of that, guys. So I've been moving shit back and forth from my fucking tiny car to the house, and that's where I lost my left flank koozie, apparently.
Oh no.
Because here's the weird thing. I was walking back with a dolly full of shit and hopping over the curb, and someone had taken the koozie and they had put it on a fence post to one of my neighbors. They had put it. I was like, hey, that looks like a left flank koozie. I wonder if there's a fan. Oh, that's mine. I dropped that. I dropped that. Someone had been nice enough to put it on the fence post, so I grabbed it and picked it up. But then I was like, oh, that's nice, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna be revealed as a pinko commie way sooner than I expected in this little cluster of houses that I'm in.
I don't think I told anyone the story on stream yet, but when I was in Chicago, because I didn't really stream much when I was on that trip, right? Because I was doing a lot of introspection and also just didn't really have the ability to stream.
And vibing.
But someone on the L train in Chicago saw my tattoo and tweeted about it and was like, wait, is that a left flank vet's tattoo? Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm.
And then someone saw it for some reason on Twitter and sent it in the chat and Signal, and I was like, I looked up on the L train. It's like, oh shit! And this person's looking at me. Their name was Riley. We now follow each other on Twitter. But like, I gave away my left flank that koozie that I took with me on the trip. But like, I end up giving them away. Like, I'll buy an extra left flank koozie, and like, I'll just be like, hey, military guy at my bar, here you go. Here's a koozie, you know, or.
Yeah, see, we're just sprinkling our pinko commie shit everywhere. It's very weird because my wife is not a pinko commie, although I am working on that. Like I feel like I've definitely pushed her to the left. I got her to vote for Bernie, so
that's good.
And she said she just did it for me because she loves me, which is very, very sweet. I was actually very touched by it. She even took a picture to like, here, I did it. This is how much I love you.
Well, like, speaking of merch, I mean, just real quick about like, you know, just we got some street teams now in Chicago who's going to be posting our stickers with our little leftflankvet.com or .org, sorry. Leftflankvets.org is our website. If y'all didn't know we had a website, we do, and it links to merch, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all that shit. But yeah, now our stickers have our website on them, which is fucking cool.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, you go to a bar, you throw a sticker on there in the bathroom, you know?
Oh, and shout out to Kenzo. Kenzo's in the chat. Kenzo can corroborate your story, Lorax, that you do travel with koozies in your pocket.
Yeah, I always have a koozie in my pocket. Even before left flank, y'all realize like I've had a koozie in my pocket. Like I always take one with me.
I do that now
like using
too.
Coasters. Yeah. I like using coasters because if you're at a bar and like you have a pint, right? Put it around your pint, and you can use your like cocktail napkin or your coaster and put on top of your beer, and then you have your koozie, and it keeps it cold while you're in the bathroom or whatever.
Here's the thing too, like if this is wife guy summer, right? Pocket koozie.
Yes.
What do you need to properly carry your pocket koozie so you don't lose it like I did? You need them pockets. You need them pockets. You need them cargo shorts. You need like.
Oh no! Just back left pocket is my koozie pocket. Back right pocket's wallet. Left pocket, front pocket's my cigarettes and my keys. Front right pocket's my phone and my chapstick.
My back left pocket is occupied. My back left pocket is my mask. My back right pocket is my hanky.
So I put my mask and my koozie in the same pocket. Sometimes.
Oh yeah. See, this is the problem. I think that's how I lost mine. I think I put my mask in the pocket with the koozie. I went to whip out the mask and I fucking threw the koozie. You know? Yeah. Oh, the Silkies. So the Silkies don't have pockets, but what they do have is a lining. That's what they make up for it with. The Silkies, like, because think about it. The Silkies they're short, right? So like you gotta put. You gotta like there's pockets. There's not much room for pockets in that inseam. So you got what you do have is that net to make sure that if you got your boys flopping around down there, they don't flop outwards. You know, it keeps them contained.
Super nice. Also, that's the link to our website. I'll make a command for it actually right now. But like, we totally do have a website that links to everything that we do. Like, I mean, I might add some stuff on there, but like, it's kind of old. We made it when we first started. But I think, just haven't really kept up with it.
I was like, hey, Dogface Pony Soldier. The banana hammock is if you do the reverse. So, like, we used to cut the liners out of Silkies if you wanted to, like really make them free.
Oh God, yeah.
But you just do the reverse. Cut everything except for the liner.
Yes.
And then there you go.
Gotta keep
And then
the
you have a
liner
Sedito.
intact.
Yeah.
LFP grape smugglers.
Yeah, but the banana hammock is a danger. Like, here's the thing: that like a true European cut banana hammock has a design that is meant to encase, the sausage and your twig and berries. You know what I mean? Like, it's meant to make sure that it can't, like, it's snug around the edges, so there's no wardrobe malfunctions, kind of thing. But like,
I mean, the silkies are comfy as shit, though. I gotta say, yes. I'm wearing them right now. I think Marcus is wearing his pair.
No, I do have red shorts on, but not the silkies.
Oh, my bad.
You son of a bitch. I'm not wearing mine right now either. I was wearing them earlier today, but I put on my cargo shorts to do some wife guy shit. Because I got paint on my favorite cargo shorts when I was painting this fucking place.
Why would you wear your favorate cargo shorts?
No, because I'm an idiot, dude. What do you? Well, you know me.
Someone asked me to prove it.
Let's go. Show them legs.
I don't know if I'm allowed to do that on stream. But...
Do I have something on the meme board for this? Oh, I'll just do air horn. Oh, it's not working. God damn it. Why isn't the meme board working, Marcus? What did you do? I blame you for this.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was muted. Just remove it. Put it back on.
What do you mean remove? Oh, it's because I'm on 3. I haven't set it up on here. It's my fault.
Leftist Rebel,
of course.
Let me ask you a question here. Love mine, but the mosquitoes kill my legs. Whether you're wearing left flank silkies or you're wearing just generic shorts, would the mosquitoes still attack your legs? I don't know what that has to do with.
I mean, yeah, I don't know that I would like spray. Maybe not recommend left flank silkies if you're, I don't know, going through the jungle and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I would. Yeah, just bring a machete and cover yourself in mud, Predator style. That's how you prevent.
Except for the silkies.
Yes, yeah. Just get naked, cover yourself in mud, Predator style. Pull the silkies up over, and then do like a sniper crawl through the forest until you can kill your enemies.
Well, it's Texas, so forests are at a spare there.
True.
Yes, and shout out for class time and Kento with the absolutely very very good information of like make sure you tuck the machete in the back, not the front. You could have a red alert on your hands.
So you want me to go back to my pose so you can do your thing?
Some of these aren't working. I was gonna just do air horn when you were showing leg. But wait, was this work? It's the You're a God one. Actually,
I thought that was the opening of The Simpsons.
It's very similar.
Right.
Wait, does this work?
Yeah, pretty much is.
Oh, the animation isn't playing. It's just the sound. Damn it.
The Simpsons.
Oh, the fart's working. What about censored?
That works.
Oh, yeah. Maybe if you weren't such a... I wouldn't have to do that there. Oh, I had so much fun with that recently. It stopped working for a minute. I think I pressed it too many times.
Yeah. No.
I would never
I don't know.
Okay.
When has Dick ever gone overboard on sound effects?
Or on anything. It's never happened. Dick knows exactly where the line is, and he stops well short of it. Speaking of me being right about everything, let's talk about this thing. I have to do a little bit of I told you so, both to chat
I don't believe it.
and to my colleagues. Okay.
I think it's just the lawyer just doing lawyer shit.
Are we doing our stream thing tonight?
Oh
or our
shit! I forgot all about that again.
I was just curious. I don't know if y'all wanted to continue with that. I mean, I'm ready, but like.
I mean, I can't. Yeah, I'm down. And I will say, yeah, class time. The soundboard. What's it called, Dick? It's something through Streamlabs.
Oh yeah,
the soundboard that we got. But there's like tons of different shit.
It's meme board. It's just called one word, meme board, and it's animations. It's a plug-in or a widget for. It's a widget, I think, that ties directly into slobs. I don't think you even use slobs though. Do you, Kenzo? You use OBS Studio, right? I forget which one you use.
Hey, but before we start our pod, I'll let you rub this in and say, hey,
yes, we'll do it.
You're right.
We'll do it quickly. So recently, I was gloating about a headline that I saw that basically implied that like the FBI set like really, because basically every plot that you've ever heard of that the FBI has foiled has just meant that the FBI has been, every single person involved in the plot was an FBI agent, and then there was like one like mentally ill teenager that they were like, here's a gun, go kill everyone, and they were like, cool, I will. And they're like, guess what? You're under arrest. And sometimes they're like, oops, I didn't get to them in time before I gave them the gun and the bombs and all the bullets that were real, and they killed everyone. And then they just pretend, then they sweep it under the rug. But in this case, with the Michigan kidnapping, attempted kidnapping of Gretchen Whitmer, every guy involved in this was basically everyone was wearing a wire, ratting on each other in this plot. And there was one guy like central to the plot was literally an FBI agent, and like everyone else was an informant. This was the FBI like really going pulling out all the stuff. Like every single one of these chuds that you can see a picture of had like multiple FBI agents assigned to them as handlers. Like they imagine like this weirdo with a mohawk and a Punisher shirt. There's like 2 or 3 guys who are like, I went to Brown, who are like, you know what we should do? Like we should ask him if he likes Leonard Skinner, and then ask him how much C4 he wants to buy. You know, like this is what happened. I'll just read a little bit of it now. This is by the way, I'll put it in the chat. This is a big BuzzFeed expose that revealed this shit by Ken Benzinger and Jessica Garrison, watching The Watchmen. In the inky darkness of late summer night last September, 3 cars filled with armed men began circling Birch Lake in northern Michigan, looking for ways to approach Governor Gretchen Whitmer's 3-bedroom vacation cottage, subdue her using a stun gun if necessary, and drag her away. One vehicle stopped to check out a boat launch, while a second searched in vain for the right house in the thick woods ringing the lake. The third car ran counter surveillance using night vision goggles to look out for cops and handheld radios to communicate with the other. Oh, I just love the idea that these guys are like all cops as they're doing this. Earlier, they had scoped out a bridge over the Elk River just a few miles away, scrambling down under the span to figure out where plastic explosives would need to be placed to blow it sky high. Oh my God, I missed this part earlier. That would slow police response, giving the men time to escape with the governor. They were trying to do bridge over the River Kwai shit. They were just like, where's Alec Guinness when you need him to blow this fucking bridge? Who had infuriated them by imposing COVID lockdowns, among other outrages. Either take her to Lake Michigan, where they could abandon her on a boat, or whisk her to Wisconsin, where she would be tried as a tyrant. Everybody down with what's going on? An Iraq war veteran in the group demanded to know when they ended their recon mission well past midnight at a campsite where they were all staying. If you're not down with the thought of kidnapping, someone else replied, don't sit here. I just the guy, just dudes vibing around a campfire being like, yo, if you're a pussy, you sit over there, okay? If you're not a pussy, you sit here and drink this Coors Light with me. Everyone who's down to do federal crimes, please speak directly into my shirt and down a Coors Light.
Listen, okay? Just know, if you're not down to do federal crimes, you are a weak bitch, okay? Yes. And you need to get over there, right? But if you are strong at heart, if you've got 2 wolves inside of you, and one of them lacks freedom, and the other one wants to do federal crimes, come in real close. Listen, we'll talk about it.
Listen, man, when I was doing training at Quantico, I mean basic training for the military, they taught us about grit and determination. This is the time. This is where we separate the men from the boys.
You know, down there at Langley, I mean, Afghanistan.
For 6 months, the Iraq war vet had been wearing a wire, gathering hundreds of hours of recordings. He wasn't the only one. I fought for this country. I agreed to protect it from enemies, both foreign and domestic. And you are a domestic one. The FBI tells me.
If you are strong at crime, please come talk into my shirt loudly.
A biker who had traveled from Wisconsin to join the group was another informant. The man who advised them on where to put the explosives and offered to get them as much as the task would require was an undercover FBI agent. The bridge over the river, he's like, yo, homie, I can get you as much Semtex as you need. I got that good shit. And they were like, yes. Cool, we need an explosive expert. That's why I put the ad up on Craigslist. Listen, chat, this is what I need you to understand, all right? We're
directly into my Punisher face.
Yeah, exactly. Chat, you need to there's lessons to be learned here, all right? You think that this is like some Keystone Cops and like fucking, this is like Gomer Pyle ass idiots this can happen to you, okay? So, well, our stream, we're in support of the thing, right? Like the thing. But here's the thing about the thing. If anyone is encouraging you to do federal crimes and is like, who is down to do these big crimes with me? That's a cop.
Yeah.
Every time.
They talk about like, hey, fellow revolutionary.
Yes.
Let's talking to my hammer and sickle pen about how we're gonna fuck up some cops. Just like that. And like, we've seen this shit in chat before. Like yes. Someone will pop in chat and like, you know what I love, fellow chatters? Revolution and killing feds. Yes. Who else likes? Press 1 if you would like more information. It's like,
let's all list our crimes that we've done recently and post pictures and evidence pictures real quick. Yeah, like seriously.
And actually, there's one of my favorite. It's like, there's 1776 episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and it's like one dude fakes a British dude and is like, what are we talking about, gentlemen? Surrender, baby. And it's like, okay, yeah, you're obviously not.
Yeah, I mean, but like, undercover cops are pretty bad at their jobs. There are some good ones. But basically, what undercover cops who are good at their jobs are they're just
like the most normal cops. Yeah, like it's just like the normal cops, right?
Yeah,
cops
who just want to get away with
just do crime.
They want to get away with it, right? But
that's
also,
right? They're like, right.
It doesn't have to be an actual cop. They just pull over your idiot friend who like keeps like 12 pounds of mushrooms in his glove box, and they're like, "You're going away for a long time." And he's like, yo, mic me up, give me that laugh,
Yeah,
and I'll do what I don't want to go. I don't want to go to the slammer, like I got shrooms to do. I got more. Like your idiot friend will flip on you, like in a moment's notice. They're a coward. They don't care. Like, how many people you can count on? Less than one hand, how many people you could actually count on to say, I'll go down. I'll go down. I'm not gonna fucking wear the wire. You can count on and some of those people you think would do that for you won't. They'll also fuck you. Like the cops are very good at getting people to flip. They're very good at flipping. They're very good at making you feel like you're fucked if you don't, and they're very good at making you feel making you feel like the situation's hopeless anyways. You were stupid for ever believing that you could accomplish anything. You were stupid to believe that these people have any solidarity. They're in the other room flipping on you right now. Like they're gonna pull game theory shit on you. They're gonna be like, it's in you. Once one of them flips, I can't help you. You're done after that. Like they're gonna lie to you about everything. Like, and they will. So your dumb friends will.
Friday.
Yes, your dumb friends will fall for it. You might not. but your dumb friends will fucking fall for it. It will happen. Everybody's got dumb friends. Everybody's got stupid people who exist in their orbit. You can't be helped. And those people that even, and it doesn't, you don't have to be that stupid to fall for this shit either. Like, there are just people who make mistakes out of desperation and shit, or just like, I don't know, shout out mental illness, you know, like you stop giving a shit and you get caught doing shit. Like, if anyone ever encourages you to do a crime, if they're trying to push you to say you'll do the crime, you should be skeptical of that person every single time, okay? Joke's on you, coppers. I have no friends. Yeah, exactly. Guys so afraid of being having an op run on him or being problematic that he decides to have no friends. Like, I feel like when I talk to people, it could be viewed as aggressive or problematic, and also they might be a cop. So I just sit in the dark and listen to podcasts and watch Twitch. Don't do that. It's okay to have friends. It's okay to have stupid friends. Just don't listen to them when they tell you, like, yo, let's go make some Molotovs and burn the police station. You should be like, no, let's drink that liquor. We'll just chill here, man. Like, don't listen to that person. They're a cop. They're wearing a wire.
Like drinking liquor.
Oh shit! I think your mic is fucked up, Lorax. I can barely hear you.
Yeah, some switched.
Oh shit! Now it got real loud.
Test.
Okay,
a little better. Yeah.
I forgot what I was saying.
There you go. Now
My
it's
bad.
Crystal clear.
Yeah.
All good.
Cool.
Oh no, they wouldn't weaponize Winston against me, would they?
Oh yeah, Winston's looking at you, licking his lips like you're going away for a long time, Marcus. When he's
They promised me all wet food, no more of this dry food bullshit. All wet food all the time.
Oh, you don't exploit workers, huh? How long we been friends and you give me that dry shit still? Fuck you. I've been wearing a wire for 6 months. You know what shit I got on you?
Oh, Winnie. You say fuck the police, right?
Can I let you gents talk about this a little bit? Well, I'm just gonna go grab a White Claw right quick, and then I'm gonna.
Oh God,
come back
White
to
Claw.
P.S. Ted Cruz, go fuck yourself.
I had that Topo Chico hard seltzer the other day, and it was pretty damn good. You should give up the White Claw for the Topo Chico.
I mean, I like all of them. Like, I'm not that picky. I mean, the whiskey's my drink, but I drink wine. I drink hard seltzer. I don't care. It's booze, you know.
I mean, I'm drinking a PBR right now, so makes me feel it.
I did get I got a Dogfish Head orange smoothie beer that's pretty good. It's a little sweet, but it makes me burp a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna get a White Claw. I'll be right back, gents.
As long as, IPA adjacent, I'll drink it. Like orange IPA.
Jesus Christ. Somebody make fun of him, please.
My dog will eat you if you make fun of me for drinking IPA. Oh, Winston. Still a little purring.
Yeah. He just woke up, so like that's the thing is like cats can be or like real nice and chill like for like 5 to 10 minutes after they wake up, and then like anything after that they're like fuck off.
Hey, so should we let the chat know what we're about to do? We're about to do a subscriber only stream where for the last hour we're gonna talk about the Tomorrow War and our thoughts. This is our like last time together and first time together in like a week. So I think the next time all three of us will be together will be next Saturday.
P.S.
I think.
Ted Cruz, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And we haven't had an opportunity to record the Tomorrow War pod because we need to keep that going, right? And it's been like 2 weeks since I've watched it, so we're gonna fumble through this shit.
Well, and that's the thing is like this is a little bit different than any recording we're gonna do, because like this is like we're just gonna shit on it.
Yeah, we're gonna shit on the Tomorrow War, but yeah, it's if you aren't a sub, you won't be able to see the stream. We're gonna change to sub only.
Well,
and
aren't we just gonna change
the sub only chat?
The chat. You can still watch. You can still watch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we're gonna change to sub only chat so you can comment. But like we don't interact with the chat. We might like see your chat though, and then incorporate it in our pod so you'll hear that, but we're not gonna acknowledge. We're gonna turn off alerts, all that stuff, and
yes.
You can hang out, joke with us.
And if you haven't seen the Tomorrow War, that's okay. You shouldn't watch it. So you can hear us talk about it. It might be fun for you.
Leah Remini, it's weird because Remini, yeah. You gifted 5, but have you subbed yourself? It's like it says I could gift you a sub, which is weird. How can you do that? Like gift and not sub?
I didn't.
Oh, I think they just don't have a badge yet.
I
think that's because they might be a new sub.
Maybe.
Oh, previously subbed for 1 month. Okay, maybe you're not a current sub. Leah is gifting subs without being how dare
you know what? Just because. Thanks for the 5 gift subs.
There we go. Thank you, Lorax.
Now you can hang out and chat. I don't know why that's odd. Like you gave kids 5.
And we gotta do.
You can pay it forward. It's fine. It's cool.
The Audacity too, right?
Yes. Record your audios.
I got.
And I will. Here's the thing, chat too. So you're gonna see it live and uncut. This is the uncircumcised version of the pod that you're gonna watch. Later, I will be in Adobe Audition circumcising the pod, and I have a lot of fun editing them. So you're gonna watch the live version here, but I'll put the clips in afterwards. Like someone was just asking, you're gonna play clips? No, I'm not gonna play clips live, but we'll make references to different other pieces of pop culture and shit, and the movie itself. And I put the clips in afterwards, and also I edit out the dead air, or like if we go on a tangent that's way too long, you know, I might cut that out too. But yeah, I have a support me spending 8 hours editing a podcast, please, by subscribing to our Patreon. Is what I'm trying to get at, I guess.
Yeah. And I do apologize just ahead of time for Lux, you know, because my favorite part of the last podcast was, Lux, we're doing a fucking podcast.
yeah, I yelled at Lux. It's like, we're trying to do a fucking podcast. Pateron. Pateron. What are you doing, Riff?
Pateron.
Right. Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Tell me.
Well, let me test my audio.
Yeah. So we gotta do the. Are we doing the Audacity too?
Test.
Right?
Test. Yep.
Yes.
We're doing the Audacity thing.
Yes.
Okay.
I have hit record, and we'll do our clap whenever you kids are ready. Okay.
Let me just delete this shit.
Subscribe to my Parthenon, my Pterodon.
Subscribe to my Pandemonium.
Subscribe to my Parthenon. God damn it, Cheddar Goblins.
My aristocracy. Subscribe.
Oh yeah, are we still? Is Riv still coming on to yell about recruiting tomorrow, Lorax?
So tomorrow tomorrow's up in the air because I have a meeting with SRA, with Socialist Rifle Association, because our general meeting's tomorrow.
Okay.
And I have to drive back down to San Diego proper, get back home.
But
so Riv, I don't know, maybe we should bring on Riv if you're free, maybe like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night, evening, and we could do it.
Yeah, because here's the thing, Riv, is that Lorax and I are gonna have to actually cover down and do some work on the stream. Marcus has been fucking dragging our sorry asses, pulling the weight for a while now, doing the strem, and Marcus has to move down here to Mega Virginia, so he's gonna be offline for a bit, and we're gonna be running some shit. So that might be a good time, Riv, to do it, like one of those nights, or at like. Well, you're gonna be working, Lorax, so we should both be there probably. So maybe we'll.
It would be fun, yeah. I definitely wanted to bring Riv on for Sunday, but like also Sundays are, I don't know. At least this Sunday is gonna be rough for me. So.
Got it. Well, we'll make
next Sunday I'm back at home, so like I'm for sure doing Sabbath. So. but Marcus will be back too, and we'll have to figure out a book to read this week, or I will.
Sick. Yeah, we'll make some time for you, Riv. We definitely want to. If you guys don't know, Riv has read more about recruiting than any military recruiter ever has. Riv's been taking a deep dive into the recruiting handbook, and Riv is going to share some of the insights that they've found in the deep dark pages of those the Necronomicon that is the recruiting handbook.
Yes. And we're dropping our new shirts on the 9th. Our mods have seen them in the Discord, but no one's seen them yet. We haven't shared our new design for our flagship t-shirts. They're dropping August 9th. I'll open up the sale probably a couple days before. But yeah, it's gonna be sick. And then after we know more about this military recruiting stuff, we're gonna start dropping some anti-recruitment merch.
Yes.
Yeah. Just say no to military recruiters, Dare style.
Yes, anti-recruitment, and then I would love to. I don't think we've talked about this, but I'd love to explore some anti-cop merch after that.
Ooh, anti-cop merch is good. It's you can find anti-cop merch everywhere, but anti-military recruiter, it's tough.
True. True. That'll be our novelty, but I think that we can come up with our own little spin on some anti-cop shit that might be fun.
I just bought a sweet magnet. It's, bottom or top. We all hate cops. It's pretty cute.
Oh shit! That reminds me. I forgot. I got a new fucking Antifa shirt that is sick that I forgot to wear tonight. I was gonna wear it. I don't want to tease it now. I'll save it and I'll wear it on stream. But I got a sick new anti-fascist shirt that I bought. I saw online.
Oh yeah.
Courtesy of our friend Kim Kelly. She posted it and I was like, I have to have that.
Yeah. Speaking of Kim Kelly, go check out Kim Kelly's Twitter. Fucking awesome.
She's doing fucking God's work, reporting on the miners' strike down there.
Yeah, pre-order her book too.
Yes, she's fucking dope. We love her.
Oh yes, take back the Punisher skull. Fuck yeah, I like the idea. I'm gonna keep that in mind for sure. Leftist Rebel, thank you. If you have any merch ideas, just hit me up. All right, hit me up on Discord or DM on Twitter. And I usually come up with some sort of design, or the guys will tell me some sort of design, and we'll work it out. And I work with the people, so we'll get it figured out. Balaclava should be coming soon too.
Baklava,
hopefully.
All right, you kids ready?
Yeah. Let me go ahead and start the recording here.
Oh, we gotta do the snap, right?
Yeah, we can start.
Oh yeah.
Then we'll snap.
All right.
Oh yeah.
All right, ready?
I'm recording.
On 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. God damn it, Lorax! Every time.
What? I got it right that time. Fuck off.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Insert Title Here. I'm your host, Dick Warlock. I'm joined by my lovely colleagues, Marcus and Lorax. And this evening, we're going to be talking about the Tomorrow Forever War, starring Chris Pines.
The Tomorrow War is a racket.
The Tomorrow War is a racket, brought to you by Microsoft, starring Chris Evans on YouTube's.com.
Forever War today will be here tomorrow. I think that's what it's called.
Starring teen angst, anxiety, PTSD, Black Rifle Coffee, and
yes, it's very good. Yeah, there's a lot of stars to this flick. It's the Amazon original film, The Tomorrow War, starring Christopher Pratt. We're not gonna do there's no reason to go through the plot of this fucking movie, so we're not gonna do it because it doesn't make any sense and it sucks dog shit. It sucks ass.
So
it
bad.
Sucks so bad. It's awful. So we're just gonna talk about
a fucking sequel.
We're just gonna talk about how awful it is in general. I would like to start off.
How stupid this movie is. It's offensive to the point of hilarity, right? And hopefully we're able to pull that out.
I would say it's not like a so bad it's good movie. It's like the only fun I will have with this movie is talking about it with you guys. Like that's
Yes,
The only
I think the
reason why I
only
wanted
reason I
to do
watched it.
this.
Yeah, I was the last to watch it. Everyone else had watched it and seen it before and had their opinions. I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want to watch this now. But because we're doing the pod on it, of course I had to watch this shit. And it took me a while. It took me a couple days to finish it because I got to like 30 minutes left, and I'm like, fuck this. I don't care how it ends.
It's so long.
So yeah, it's 2 hours and 20 minutes fucking long.
I'll say this: when I have a crossover in my Twitter feed between Hassan and Mac from You Don't Know History about like how just ridiculously dog shit one movie is, that's what I was like, I gotta see this thing.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Like, me and the wife, we like watching dumb shit like this, like the newest popcorn. Like, here's the thing. This would have been a major like feature film if it weren't for COVID, right? If all the movie theaters weren't still like dog shit and closed and stuff, right? This would have been released in those, but like a lot of movies came out that would have been feature films on VOD. The Michael Bay COVID movie is better than this movie.
Jesus!
I watched that movie. It is way better. It's way better. For one thing,
watched that one.
It's like an hour shorter. So like that has it going for it. There we go. Right off the bat.
Get in, get out.
It's called, what is it? It's called like Songbird. I think I want to call it.
Yeah, I think it's the Songbird or something. Yeah, I think that's actually it. I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was bad. It was not good. It was like I could not tell you what happened in it mostly. It was very weird to watch because they filmed it during COVID, so it's like people who aren't there talking to people who aren't there, you know, like we
did that with Army of the Dead.
Yes, exactly.
Saw COVID movie, right?
Yeah, like a weird, similar kind of shot structure where normally you'd have an over-the-shoulder shot where you have some backting, where you have somebody's back there and the other person's face talking to it. No backs, just right up on their face. But yeah, so anyways, this movie sucks dog shit, and it sucks dog shit for a number of reasons. I will say, I have decided Chris Pratt is not a leading man. They keep trying to make it a thing. He's not. He can't. He has no charisma. He can't carry a movie.
He's such a fucking terrible actor. Like some of those scenes where it's just like he's trying to be serious, and like I just keep thinking of Andy from fucking Parks and Rec.
And he was good as that.
Like, that's like the highlight of his career is the fucking FBI guy that he would play.
Burt Macklin.
Yes.
Yeah, like where he was pretending to be a bad actor on that show is the highlight of his acting career. Because you know who he reminds me of? Chris Pratt is the Dan Crenshaw of acting. He's like a soy tough guy. He's like a dude who
Who's the CIA Jack Ryan guy? Who's that guy?
Oh, Jim Krasinski.
Oh, John. Yeah, Jim from The Office.
Jim. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he might be a better Dan Crenshaw-y guy.
Oh.
But because Chris Pratt seems to be on the verge of like straight up like agent shit.
Well, Chris Pratt
is like there's always some type of like monster. You know, whether it's Jurassic Park or this thing, he's not really government agency guy. He's just, I happen to be a badass while I tame raptors or
I don't know.
Kill
I think John Krasinski's a chud. I think he's a reactionary chud. And he's like a gross weirdo, like all-American dude, like King of the Whites.
Hey, Chris Pratt has the same politics as Dan Crenshaw, though. Y'all realize that, right? He's an evangelical Christian. He's part of that Hillsong church that,
dang, I didn't know that.
Yes. Yeah, he's like, he's actually like an awful person.
He pretends he's like universalist or whatever. He pretends like, we welcome everybody there. We don't hate gays or something. Like it's one of those like the cool church kind of things. But I will say John Krasinski is a better actor than Chris Pratt. Like he's genuinely like in the Quiet Place movies, and in The Office and stuff. He can make you feel real emotions other than just laughing at him making a dumb face looking at the camera.
Agrees.
Chris Pratt has never made me do anything but laugh. I've never felt any emotion based upon his
that
performance.
disappointment, does that count?
Yeah, that's true. That's another one.
And
True.
sadness because he's such a bad actor.
Mm-hmm.
Anger because he's part of an anti-LGBT church that actually like siphons millions from U.S. taxpayers because that's a shit.
Yeah, he
mega church shit.
We should start
like
what's
children and stuff.
A trifecta actually. There's a triangle of 3 interchangeable guys here that I think fit in this category of like vaguely like evangelical rightist guys, white guys, and it's Bradley Cooper, John Krasinski, and Chris Pratt.
Yep.
Like Bradley Cooper did American Sniper, so he got into that category. John Krasinski does 13 Hours, the Benghazi shit, and then
Jack Ryan.
Oh, Jack Ryan.
And then,
the anti-Venezuela shit.
Yeah, that parlays into it, right? Like his 13 Hour shit gets him Jack Ryan. And then Chris Pratt is kind of just like, I don't know. He doesn't have a particular like reactionary role that he's played, right? It's just like it's well known that he's like, I think when he started getting, you know what it is? It's when these guys discover CrossFit in LA. Like when they're like, oh, you have to be jacked for something now. You have to get big. And they're like, get in the gym and they're like, have you heard about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ? And they're like, oh shit.
I was actually rewatching the What We Do in the Shadows series. From the first season, where Guillermo's like, yeah, it's tough to find virgins out here for my vampires because he's a familiar. And he's like, but then I look up CrossFit gyms because a lot of them are virgins because all they talk about is CrossFit.
That show is so good. What we do, first of all, the movie itself, the original movie, very, very good. Made me laugh a lot. And then the TV show, also like just as good with different people entirely. A great writing. Oh, so good. Yeah, but yeah, exactly.
I just watched that movie today, actually. And then because I'm watching the show Wellington Paranormal, which is a Taika Waititi spin-off from the Wellington Paranormal side. So that's where it took place.
Yeah, see, Taika Waititi, a lot of people give him shit because like they think he's like a cringe, like lib Hollywood movie maker now. But like, I don't know. He makes me laugh. Like the Thor movie he did, I laughed during that. Ragnarok, he had jokes in there that made me laugh. I think he's funny as shit. Like What We Do in the Shadows is good. I loved Jojo Rabbit. Jojo Rabbit was funny as shit. And him playing Hitler in Jojo Rabbit, I laughed my ass off. I thought it was fucking funny as shit. Yeah, there's a lot of people who give him like, who say he's like, I don't know. I see people talking about him being cringe, and I'm like, I don't really get that. I think he's pretty funny.
Until you watch again, Wellington Paranormal just hit the United States. It's been a show. It's like on its 3rd season, but like it started after that movie in New Zealand, and now it's here. It's like a mockumentary about the police. It makes police look dumb. It's the same police officers as the movie.
Speaking of making people look dumb, can we get back to the focus of the thing?
Okay, so
sorry, Marcus.
Let's recap generally what the movie's about. So the movie kicks off. You find out like, oh my god, poor Vardarin Chris Pratt is in a tough way. He wants to be a cool scientist. He wants to be a big badass military guy who loves everyone and kills everyone. But also he wants to be a scientist, and his daughter believes in him. And
that's something that made me laugh out loud is that like it's like the opening scene. He's on the phone, he's trying to get a job, and they're like, listen, you did some great science work, science guy, but we need someone with a little more leadership experience.
I led men in combat.
They specifically said
I led Marines in combat. It's just like, okay. It made me laugh. I literally laughed out loud.
You remember how they said private experience though? They were like, we need someone with more experience in the private sector.
Yes.
And what I saw from this entire thing, right? Like it was about climate from the very beginning. Whether it was the Chevy Volt in the background or while he was in the high school classroom and it talked like in the background, it's like polar ice caps are melting and blah blah blah. All these things are being released. It was about climate, and I knew it. And sure enough, the fucking plot of the movie got there finally.
Yes, but like that's a you're right. It does a lot of it's so fucked up the way that they can talk about how fucked up like the climate is. You know, like there's, and they don't do it explicitly, like you said, Lorax. It kind of like lurks in the background, right? But like the end of the movie does it pretty explicitly, where it's like, oh, the aliens came because there was an alien ship under the ice that melted.
Well, was it alien ships, or was it just like I don't know that. Like that's it was like.
Yeah, it was a crash landed alien ship. They stole that directly from the Alien movie, dude.
But somehow, like in a volcano,
like by that point, it's like it's like I thought it was like just like that's what was like underneath in the cave. You know what I'm saying? It was just like this cave.
No, it was an alien spaceship, and the white spikes were their cargo. They escaped.
They were gonna release the white
spikes.
But they all died.
Sorry, by that time I'm always so high and drunk. Like I've watched this movie twice. Like by the end, it's like I'm always so fucked up. It takes like 3 hours.
So, it bugs me too, and I'm gonna make a political statement just from watching this movie when they showed. So it takes place in 2022, right? Like that's that present day.
Mm-hmm.
In the future, it's 2051, I think, I think it's 51 when they like go and fight. But like 2022 was the Qatar World Cup, right? So it's like Qatar, it's like Brazil and like Argentina playing, I think. And then that's where like these people from the future show up on the field because they know the world's watching, you know. Mm-hmm. And it's like Qatar again, like Qatar shouldn't have the fucking World Cup. They could have made a statement right there and said the 22 Olympics actually was pulled from Qatar and put somewhere else because guess what? They've killed like hundreds of people building those stadiums in Qatar.
Hey, man, you want those people to die for nothing? Come on, they have to finish it now.
And that's like the thing that's going to be wild is like for the Qatar World Cup, like there's going to just be mad people dying in the stands. You have like fans dying and shit.
Well, it's good because they already got like the cemeteries built because like 100 people a day died to build it.
Just keep the mass graves open. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was my anger about just like the Qatar 2020. Yeah, like you missed a political. You missed a point.
I feel like with the future though, the future people, good pick. A lot of people, a lot of eyes on. Right? They come in there. Very well. That's something though. It's like they like. I feel like that's It reminded me of the Batman thing, you know, the Batman scene where, you know, like they blow up the football game.
Yes.
And, you know, that's when Bane comes out. Give the town back to the people.
What
you know,
a lovely, lovely voice.
But yeah, you know, and then like, you know, they come in, the future people come in, and then like the lady is like, hey, you know, we're your kids and shit and your grandkids, and there's a war going on in the future and we need your help. And like here it's like we are like 7 minutes in, right? 7 minutes in, and everyone that is above the age of 10 should be able to get the right answer of like, well, why don't we just prepare for it now? But like the movie silly sets it up of we need all of y'all to come into the future and fight a war that we're losing horribly.
Well, and that's what bugs me too. It's like if we know anything about time travel, if something happens in today, right? Like say they draft these people into a war in the future where like everyone's dying. It's like a 70% death rate, right? Like those grandkids who haven't been born yet, who came back into today, like they wouldn't exist, right? Like if they sent
Marty McFly rules. You start disappearing in the picture if you fuck your mom.
Well, so, but that's that's something I do. Then they that's what like made people allowed to go in the future.
Oh yes, they did address that
died.
Because they're already they were going to die soon anyways.
That's who was like like there was like some people who were allowed to be are allowed to be shipped to the future.
Yes, that's how you got your draft card. Like in Nam, it was like based on your birthday, and this one it was like, oh, looks like this guy's gonna like postpone his colonoscopy for a little while. We're gonna make sure that he doesn't know about his prostate is the size of a melon at this point. Just send him to the future so he can get some spikes thrown into his face a few times. But like so here's let me elaborate on the opening a little bit. So the opening that you just described, Lorax, when she comes out in the field and says, "We need you in the future," like you said, Marcus, this is like 10 minutes into the movie. Opening credits after she's done doing that. She's like, we need you. And then it's like, tomorrow war. It doesn't stop. It doesn't. What it does is like, don't think about it. Look at the credits. This is the premise of the movie. Because like you said, literally like a 3-year-old child would be like, maybe we should stop the aliens now. You know, like in the stands.
Like, all you gotta ask is like, well, what are the aliens like? And then it's like, well, we just start preparing to fight them right now.
I mean, we can find out where, because like literally that's what they do. Like they figure out where the aliens come from.
They accidentally get to that. And like that's like the most frustrating thing. It's like, well, it's not. I don't know if it is the most frustrating thing.
Well, they make it seem like he had to go to the future to get the cure from his own daughter.
Like, which is just like, it's just like, what the fuck? And like, but that seems like get the fucking cure or whatever. Like, what are you talking about? At the end of the fucking day, they just be like, well, like, how about we just stop climate change? Problem solved.
Or like, they blow it all up, just kill them all with a boom.
I mean, even if you didn't know like where the ship was, you knew it originated in Russia. Why don't you, when that time comes, the 3 years, right? Like, because it said they took over the world in 3 years, and they like somehow originated in Russia in 1950 or 2051 or whatever. So why don't you just like build up and get ready for that at that point? Like, if you know that's where they're like, you do something now. You don't have to go fight a war where everyone's dying because it changes the trajectory, right? Like,
it's just fucking monumentally fucking wrong and stupid fucking decision to say, hey, we're in the future, right? We can time travel, and we need y'all to come to the future with us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
So we skipped over a lot because it literally doesn't matter, because we just solved the movie for you. Like, what they end up doing is going to the place where the aliens originated and killing them, right? Well, there's a whole middle part where Chris Pratt goes to the fight in the future because he gets drafted, and his daughter is big mad, like, you're gonna go die and I'm gonna miss you. Oh, where? And of course, like the girl boss commander that he encounters right away is his daughter, and he's like, "Oh my God, you're my little daughter person. I'll love you. Can we save the world, maybe?" And she's like, "I'm also the smartest person ever. I have all the PhDs from every school that has ever existed." And he's like, "I knew that you would do that because you was the smartest girl I ever knew and birthed. I love you."
I feel like we skipped some important points though, like especially the recruiting, like the draft of it, right? So we've introduced to a couple of main characters in that sense of like that one dude who ended up working for that private company in that field. You know, I think that was the job that Chris Pratt was denied at the beginning. I think that's how they sold that. It was the scientist guy, the black dude. And then there was the like chubby white guy in the Black Rifle Coffee, but like it's not boot camp. Basically, there's like a dude in a chef's uniform. Like, you know, you're going
a guy in a chef's hat.
In 24 hours. You knew you have to report to this, and you couldn't change out of your chef hat and chef uniform.
Like, couldn't even take it off in the car. You know, nothing. No, it's like I came right after here from work, and like, because I'm ready to sign up for duty.
Well, he's like, I'm only going to be there for a week. I got another shift on Monday, you know?
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. And it's like they're given guns, right? Like all these people who've never shot a gun, it's like automatically shown that like they don't train these people. They're just like giving them a gun and saying, go, like you're good luck, right? It's just throwing bodies at the situation. And then it's established too, before this even happens, where he meets his daughter and shit, that they only can travel between this time and this time. They can't go back further and like actually develop technology that can change things. It just doesn't make sense. Like,
yeah, they're like, we spent all our resources creating this link from here to there. These specific, there's like 2 ports that you can travel between in specific time periods, and we spent all our resources doing that, and that's why you have to fight aliens like when you're obese and you have a Red Ryder BB gun. Like, this is go do it.
Yeah. And so and like that's the thing too, is that like let's get into like, hey, yeah, they do this fucking draft and they start getting just like absolutely like random people. But by the time Chris Pratt gets drafted, it seems like it's like they're getting terrible losses.
Yes, they're losing
terribly. oh, hey, 11% of the people survive. Everyone else, is getting fucking murked out.
Oh, they all have horrible PTSD when they come back.
Yeah. And that's what, like, Chris Pratt's wife, right?
Yeah,
she deals with some of the PTSD veteran, and then, like, okay,
she has a little crying circle for veterans who come back, and they're like, the aliens was doing clicking, and it makes me have the nightmares. And she's like, that sounds sad. You shouldn't go there, husband. It sounds bad. They all die and they come back weird and stupid. They start podcasts and Twitch streams.
They create left flank Tomorrow War vets. We actually need to think about the aliens that we killed and the amount of, they're just poor aliens driven for their government aliens. We got to think about that shit.
Yeah,
right?
If you think about, like, we've discovered that they were cargo, right? Those aliens were slaves. This was like an alien Amistad that crashed into the planet, and then we're mad that they rose up and took over. Maybe it's our time. Maybe we fucked it up. We literally unmelted the ship. Like, we're the ones. We fucked up the planet. Like, it's our fucking fault.
And then you had, like, the dad, right? Like the introduction of, like, he's in a lot of films, but
it's J.K. Simmons, bruh.
Oh yeah. Like the random, it's like, there's only one person I know that can get me out of this, and it's my badass dad.
That's so great,
is, like,
too.
Some type of, like, secret fucking mercenary tech guy.
Let me reveal something for you guys. So J.K. Simmons, he played a small role in fucking Batman v Superman, right? He was like Clark Kent's fucking guy, editor at the Daily Planet, right? And he flipped a tire for like 6 months and joined the CrossFit cult, and he got massive. He was just like an older guy. He wasn't known for being like yoked, but he got massive biceps and just became like, and started taking HGH like crazy. And he was in the movie for like 2 minutes, and never had his shirt off or anything. But like Zack Snyder was like, I need you to put on like 40 pounds of just eat nothing but buffalo meat and shove HGH straight up your asshole for 4 months, so you can just, like, your veins will be bursting out of your skull while you're yelling at Clark Kent for the 30 seconds I'll put you in the movie. So everyone was like, why did he do that? Because he was only doing, well, guess what? Now he's fighting aliens with those big old biceps. All right. He kept him around. He kept flipping the tires. And now him and Chris Pratt are doing a father-son fucking alien fight on the side of a glacier in Russia. Let's go.
Against the Queen Alien, because it's just an alien redo.
In this movie, like, did he do shit? Oh yeah, when they went to the alien, when they went to fight the aliens,
he sniped him. He had like a Barrett 50 cal at one point.
For the majority of the movie, though, he's like literally like still like the fucking no-show dad that he was introduced as.
You know what this movie reminded me of a lot, which is, it's funny because we're making these same type of movies under, like, the zeitgeist is the same. We're all thinking about the end, right? Like, we're like, COVID's happening, the world is fucking falling apart. So all the movies people are creating about, like, what if the world ended because aliens from future? Well, there's another one they just did recently. Have you guys watched Gerard Butler in Greenland?
Mm-mm.
So it's a similar concept in the sense that, like, he has a tough dad who is who's played by, what's his name? You'd recognize him if you saw him. He's in everything. But he has a tough dad just like him, who's like, you're a pussy, you were always a pussy, and that's why you're a pussy, and I never loved you. But in that movie, it's just him trying to save his family from giant asteroids that are coming. Better movie, by the way. It's not good. Like, it was a good way to, it was shorter. It was a good way to spend, like, I think it was like, it's just shy of 2 hours. Better movie than this movie. But, like, it just reminded me, like, these archetypes always, like, I have a very troubled dad relationship. Like, Chris Pratt literally is about to get drafted to go to almost certain death. And his dad's like, maybe if you weren't such a pussy. And he's like, never mind. Don't take off the machine that's going to make me go to the future and die. I'm too proud
Chris
for
Pratt
that.
was special forces, right? Like, he was former Army Ranger.
No, he
or
was
some
like a
shit.
green beret, I think.
Green Beret.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
yeah.
SF. Yeah, which just means that he killed 40 people to secure like $1,000 at a certain point when he was deployed. But like it's so funny because they make like the reason I said Chris Pratt reminds me of Dan Crenshaw is because Dan Crenshaw does this thing where he tries to be like the soy, like I love Marvel and Star Wars, but also I kill people. Like he tries to have it both ways. Like Chris Pratt tries to be like a nervous Pee Wee Herman when he's going to fight aliens in the future, but like he also is like, listen, I think I know what I'm doing. I've killed quite a few brown children, you know, like they try to have the cake and eat it too. Like this is what all the guys have to be in movies now. The perfect lib balanced movie is a guy who's tough, but he cares about LGBT rights.
Yeah,
you know,
quirky, right?
Yes,
Very
he's
quirky.
also quirky. He's like, well, that happened after a person gets like a spike through the head.
Well, so there's a key part that kind of sparks this entire fucking bullshit, right? Like the ending, and like eventually his daughter dies in the future, the commander or whatever, because they fucking took the queen. Like, what did we learn from TikTok about beehives and beekeeping? If you take the queen and remove it from the hive and move it somewhere else, the other bees will follow. That is literally like you are 30 years in the future and you haven't figured that shit out yet.
Well, there's no bees then. They don't know that.
There were bees in the future, in the past. They understand that.
Yeah,
like,
but like, I mean, if your decision, right, and this is where like that's like it's just erroneous on all accounts, right? No, the fact that like you have people in the future who say this thing happened to us, right, and we're in trouble. And we're able to travel back to the future. And like the answer is come to the future. Like
it's so dumb.
It's
so dumb.
It's just like it's so dumb.
Because they already have like all the information they need to prevent it, like where it started. Like he literally figures it out. How he figures it out is he gets a middle school child to explain to him how volcanoes work.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's how he figures out where the alien ship is.
It didn't even like they didn't even use the fucking toxin that like he came back to the present day with to kill the aliens. Like they went in to kill them with the toxin. They found it in Russia, right? Like that's why he went in the future and his daughter died and it created this whole like death of daughter scene. I'm like, yo, it's the future. If she dies, if you just change the future and go kill the aliens, like why are you being all sad? Like, shut the fuck up, pony up, and go kill the aliens in the past. Like, figure it out, Chris Pratt. And, like, here we are, where they didn't even use the toxin. They blew up the fucking ship and then killed the queen, like, after that. It's literally... But also, they had the opportunity to kill the queen prior. It's like, Chris Pratt and his daughter are running away, trying to get to the helo to escape the, like, oil rig they've churned in a facility. Because they were coming after the queen. He's like, we need to kill them. And she's like, no, we got to run. It's like, no, we got to kill her. Like, it may stop them coming.
But, I mean, that was the Alamo, though. Like, that place being overrun was, like, the last stand anyways. Like, even if they killed the queen then, like, all humans were basically... Like, every other human that was still in existence was supposed to be on this fucking oil derrick or wherever they were in the middle of the Atlantic, you know?
I mean, like, so this is where it's like, if they didn't take the queen, would these fucking alien monster things have traveled to these oil rigs, you know, in order to fucking like fuck with the last people there?
I think they were implying that they would have eventually because they were multiplying so quickly, but not as quickly.
And like, and it's for a dumb American, like that's what they say about literally anything and everyone that looks different from them, right? It's like they're eventually gonna fucking attack, so like we gotta kill them all.
You're correct, right? So, movie, but not in the way that you think you are.
No.
So like, yeah, got it. But like at the end of the day, like, yeah, the whole like, oh hey, you take the fucking queen, the hive fucking comes. Like, got it. Like that's given, and this is where just across the board. But I do want to go back though, and like that's one thing too of like the training is one thing, or at least the lack thereof, of like, okay, here gun, here fucking backpack full of like random shit. You know, you're off. Okay. When they get sent into the future, like honestly, it's like I'm not sure what getting sent into the future the right way is supposed to look like, but like they get sent back in the future.
Oh yeah.
And instead of like, you know, when the
I
people
forgot
go back
about
to
that part.
they like land on the soccer field, right? They just land. They're like, you know, and they land on the soccer.
They never
field.
explained why this happened.
No, they did. They said it. They explained
like,
it.
They said into the future, and people are like falling out of the motherfucking sky. People are fucking like the only people who survive fall into this penthouse pool. And then you know some people are like smashing on the fucking side on the like concrete next to the pool.
A whole platoon of them land in this pool somehow, and it's like 4 feet deep. They land somehow softly into a rooftop like skyscraper pool, and then they kill hundreds of people just like just fucking squeegeeing on a sidewalk.
Just scattering them about.
Why did this happen?
They did explain it. Yeah. They explained it. They did. While it was happening, when they were jumping, right? Because previously they had better jumps, but while it was happening, they got that red light. It was a very like 3-second blip in the film where they were like, oh shit, we gotta hang up. What's going on? And the person yells, fix it. And then all of a sudden they're dropping from 100 feet of the sky, other than 5 to 10 feet.
What was the hang up though? Like what was...
They didn't explain it. They just said like, oh, we got it. Oh yeah, they didn't actually fix it.
Yeah, but, just, you know, fucking human error, right? Like fucking someone fucked up. Fucking
That's
Ralph
also how the
up.
movie starts, by the way. Like actually starts is like the movie can't do the thing where it just like eases you into a story. Every movie has to begin with, oh, what if you were falling from the sky and you had a gun and you fell in a pool on a skyscraper? Like that's literally how the movie starts. Is Chris Pratt falls into the pool and it's like, oh, what's going on? You just see him falling, and then it's like, oh, but now we're gonna go back to him being like, I'm a scientist. I like to do science. Like right after that, it's like that movie has to. No, listen, the Zoomers, they watch TikTok. You have to make sure that they fall into things explode and like people die within the first 30 seconds, or they're gonna be doing Fortnite dances before before
they just didn't need it. Like it was totally dumb. Like they could have just landed and then like and that's what's wild is they landed on top of this fucking pool, and it's like the core people who did it. Obviously, the people in his line were the ones who did it, but like then they all of a sudden just get to the base of to the street, and I'm like, don't you think there would be a bunch of aliens like closing in on a bunch of people falling from the sky?
I mean, I feel like that there was aliens in that building,
wasn't the same building they had the aliens in. They got to the ground floor from the top of this penthouse.
Oh yeah,
and they were ordered to go to this science lab or some shit.
Yeah. So they get to the science lab, and that's that building. I mean, I don't fucking know, man. Who knows, right? We're trying to this movie sucks, but like the thing that fucking gets me fucking absolutely wild is like what they can only get shot in the belly. They got like a soft underbelly, but everything else is like armored to the point where like regular bullets don't pierce.
That's all. It's video games, dude. It's like you have to hit the critical hit. When you see the red circle pop up, that's where you have to shoot the alien.
They're just death claws.
Yeah,
they totally pulled it from Fallout. Like that's just a death claw. You have to hit them in the belly.
So no. Like, so like, what do I got to shoot at it? You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, what do I have to shoot at it? Because like it doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like what, like bombs and shit blow it up, but like you can't. There's not like, nah. What? So Rambo exploding tip arrows? Is that what we got to do? But there's got to be some type of fucking like point of impact fucking projectile shit.
No, you lay down and you play possum and you wait for him to come over you and then you shoot him in the neck or the belly. That is how.
Yeah, none of these people had grenades. Not one. There was grenade launcher. Like
I think the guy had some grenades under his chef hat. If you look closely.
They were shaped as eggs. So.
He went, "Mamma mia!"
Well, and also it's like, so there's this like one thing too of like I always have a question is like any type of creature that has an internal like projectile that it can shoot out, right? That's like solid. I'm not talking about spitting, right? Because like a fucking spitting cobra, like that makes sense.
Wait, how does a cobra spit again?
That was a squirrel. A squirrel came on stream for a second.
The scariest squirrel I've ever seen. Oh my god, my life just flashed before my eyes. I was attacked by a mutant alien squirrel.
Okay, but like these aliens, they shoot fucking like goddamn daggers
Spikes.
or some shit.
That's why they're called white spikes. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Pew, pew, pew. They're shooting these fucking spikes that are just like lacing people the fuck up.
It's like the size of a 50 cal round. The spikes they throw.
Well, it's like, what is like what, like you can't get in the tank? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what type of vehicle can, it's like, can these things rip open steel? Can they rip open anything?
All the tanks missed the pool. Actually, there was a bunch of M1 Abrams, but they exploded when they hit the sidewalk. None of them landed in the pool. Wouldn't that be funny if
the Abrams got a little water damage? So they were,
what if they all landed in the pool, the whole platoon? They're like, "We made it," and then an M1 Abrams just
our amphibious fleet, our Navy Marine amphibious fleet is doing the wrong training. We need to do more training from 100 feet up.
Yeah, exactly.
What we need to do. Yeah.
Listen, what if the aliens come and you have to go to the future?
Though. It's like, but with the aliens, what are those things? What like how do they shoot projectiles? The spikes, man. Like what? Like how did like?
It's their poop. It's their poop. I think.
Because they're aliens, dude. They can do whatever they
build
want.
up their poop in the spikes.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Well, I think here's the thing too. They
wasn't expecting a good explanation, but like that because then that's like, if I'm not fighting anyone, I just like dump off the spikes.
So here's the thing, though. This is a typical thing with this kind of movie, right? But like, it's a terrible movie, so it reminds you about better movies that you watched, right? So an Alien, the original Alien, which is a fucking masterpiece and holds up to this day. Everyone, if you have never watched the original Alien, you must watch it. It is a sci-fi horror masterpiece. There isn't a better movie you will watch in that genre ever. But in the movie, what they do is they find a ship that's like, oh, look at the giant aliens that were like, oh, they were killed by the xenomorphs, by the enemy alien that is killing all of them. And what they do in the movie is like they imply that maybe this thing is such an effective weapon that maybe it evolved on some incredibly hostile toxic planet or something this way, or maybe it was genetically engineered to be a weapon. And then it turned on them and killed all of them, like the environmentalism message. So, like in Alien, what ends up happening is, of course, some corporations try to exploit it again and try to use it as a weapon to the detriment of the working class that are on the ships and gets all of them killed. But like in this movie, it's just at the end, like it's video games the whole time. It's video games and time travel, and they're like, "Hey, do you guys remember Alien? Like, here's some aliens. Maybe the white spikes were genetically engineered by the aliens to be a weapon. So it's like, what if your 50 cal machine gun could run around on legs and throw its poop at you and kill you?
Poop spikes. And that's the thing. Like, so I do appreciate this movie for one thing and one thing only. Because at the end, it was like decide to like. Let the governments know that, hey, we found this ship or we blow it up. Like, we have to kill them on our own kind of thing. Now, it would have been good to let someone know that might actually survive. That would have been cool, because if they all died, then you just let out a bunch of fucking things into the
Well, because they have planet. That conversation, right? Once they discover the ship, they take pictures of it, and they go, because they went to the DOD, and the Secretary of Defense was like, listen, I'm a giant pussy, okay? And because I'm a pussy, I'm not going to help you. All right? I don't have the resources. You guys are going to have to go rogue and do it on your own.
So it's like you have this like situation where all the world is able to come together and ship off the majority of its current population to the future to die in the Tomorrow War.
Uh-huh.
But when it comes to finding the actual solution to the issue, well, these certain lasting geopolitical situations that we were willing to give up in a moment to literally ship off most of our population. Well, now like Russia bad.
Well, it's also it's not exactly the world coming together, right? Because one of the things is the pussy SecDef does say is like there's riots and protests that no one wants to be drafted anymore. Like I'm a pussy in like the way that I won't help you do a daring raid, but also this country is full of pussies and they won't go to the future and die from alien poop.
Yeah, so they have to take out the protesters first.
Yeah, do you think like the news that hey, maybe we don't have to fucking go die in some fucking Tomorrow War would be a good thing, yeah.
But here's the thing, this movie, this is the problem I have with this movie, is it tries to have everything both ways. And the thing is that if you think about what the message of the way this movie is straight up mill propaganda is when they tell you, listen, don't you want to go fight this war so your kids don't have to? That's literally the entire plot of this movie. It's like he watches his adult daughter die in the alien war, and he's like, I have to go fight aliens in the Russia in order to make sure my daughter doesn't have to get all those PhDs and die from aliens. It's like literally like they make the thing where it's like, oh, do you want your children to have to fight this war? No, you go fight it. It's like he literally does it. He goes to the future. He's like, shit. My daughter is a super hot blonde who is gonna get eaten by aliens. I don't. And I'm gonna
leave my wife and my kid and like destroy their lives. And like, yeah, he finds out all about his own life, and he comes back, and he's not the same, and he thinks there's nothing he can do. And he goes like, yeah, you're right. He goes to DOD, and they're like, oh yeah, there are riots everywhere. We can't do anything. Russia's closed its borders, and then they like fly a fucking C-230 over the border of Russia undetected.
Well, his dad has connects, right? Like, yeah, his dad is like,
he's a gun runner. Yeah,
he's a mercenary arms dealer. He's got like badass snowmobiles.
One of the dudes I met at my CrossFit gym, Sergey, he fucking got the connect. Trust me, bro. Like, it's fine.
I mean, that's pretty real. Like, if he's like, the only thing they're missing is like the part where he's like, oh yeah, I got $1 billion from Bitcoin. You know, like. Like if that,
I wish it was Nick Cage. I wish they had just taken Nick Cage as the dad.
He doesn't got the fucking fit for it. You know,
I mean,
I'm saying?
Lord
He
of
doesn't
War,
got the
though,
fucking.
like he could be retired, working in a hangar.
No, but I'm saying it's like he doesn't have the size and mass for the role, because like
he has to fight aliens hand to hand.
Yeah, when it comes to grabbing up the fucking 50 cal and fighting aliens with your son and being like, listen, this was obviously the only way that you're going to allow me to forgive, or get me some forgiveness and allow me into, the granddaughter's life is killing and sniping aliens with the 50 cal.
As is tradition, you will have to kill aliens before you can be a grandfather to your granddaughter.
Hey, alien killing really brings together son and father, for sure. If it wasn't for alien killing, grandfather would have never met granddaughter.
This dude was like, no, you still can't see your granddaughter, even after all this apocalyptic shit. Until after, he's like, no, you got to prove yourself and kill aliens with me. Only then are you worthy, right? Like that shit is like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, it's the daddy relationship in this movie is something strange, especially
it's
since.
Bad.
He's so remember in the beginning where like the reason they have a strained relationship, he's like, Dad, you left me. Me and my mom had to go on our own. I had to be a dad and a kid to my mom. And he was like, and you, cause you suck. He's like, I was busy fighting in Vietnams. or something. I don't even remember. He was I was off doing some shit. And
yeah. He was like crazy, PTSD'd out Vietnam vet, but like also like contractor mercenary for legitimately.
Well, I think it implies like he's like,
so
I came back from Nam, I started drinking the whiskey.
Problems. Yeah.
I started beating your mom, and then I decided, well, maybe the best way for me to work through this is to kill more people, and that's why I became a mercenary.
I just couldn't stop killing people, and then your mom was mad because I might have killed her, so she wouldn't let me around you anymore.
But think about this though. Chris Pratt is mad at his dad because he left him, right, as a kid. And he is there to get the device off of him. His dad has the technology to be able to remove the fucking magic digital device, the Fitbit on his arm that is going to transport him to the future automatically. He's there to get it removed so he doesn't have to get drafted. And he's like, I'm too mad at you about leaving me as a kid, so I'm going to make sure that I leave here, so I have to leave my daughter too. Like, what do you like? If you just swallowed your pride for a minute, you could break the cycle of not having to abandon your daughter to go fight in a complete bullshit war. But the movie tells you, no, it was important for me to go to future and watch my daughter die so I could save her here.
No, this is a teen angst movie with PTSD. Like, that's all it is. Like with that's I think Demos, shout out Demos putting that in Discord chat. It is a teen angst movie with PTSD with a little alien thrown in, like the good alien, but aliens in this case. Mm-hmm. It's so bad.
By the way,
fucking bad.
You guys brought up Nick Cage. Absolutely, everyone needs to go watch Pig. It is an amazing, amazing movie. I'm saying that unironically. It is not like a good, like it's so bad it's good Nick Cage movie. It is genuinely a very good movie. It made me cry, and like
it's about cops.
Exactly.
I will say, Lucky and real quick, name drop, shout out. This morning, well, I already told Jason for This Is Revolution I wasn't going to be able to make it because I'm moving, I'm packing. Mm-hmm. I'd actually myself, Karthik, we'd actually canceled an episode of Revolutionary Tracks with the Narcissist yesterday, and so I was able to get some other shit done. So I slid in today. David Grisham, Matt Leck, Lydia Hangover, fucking real dope fucking panel. But yeah, David actually had said, hey, he saw Pig and he was like, great fucking film. He said it was a wild ride. It
really is. It really
so,
is.
So yeah, it's like that's what I liked. Is like, yeah, you don't have to give away the story. It's like he was like good fucking film. It's like very wild ride. It's like it takes you for a spin. So I was like, all right.
And this might be just because like I've barely been in the movie. No one's been. I went to the theater and saw it. Me and Cheddar Goblins in the chat went and saw it together, and because we love Nick Cage, we've watched like every Nick Cage movie together because he's the best and the worst actor of all time. And so we went to see it expecting him to go full John Wick because someone stole his pig, and it didn't. And when the movie ended, everyone sat in complete silence staring at the screen, not knowing how to feel. Like the way Cheddar Goblins put it afterwards was like, I'm both angry. I'm angry about the way that movie made me feel. Like it made me feel like in the way that like I couldn't stop thinking about it for like days afterwards. Like it's amazing dialogue. It's a great movie. It's very good. Everyone should watch it. I plan to see it again as soon as it's on VOD.
So are we cutting out the whole thing about Pig from the pod?
Probably.
Just making extra work.
I mean, I want to I'll leave a little plug in there, but I'll cut some of it out.
No, I just want to say like this movie. So real quick, bring it back. The ending. It's like so essentially the whole plot is like there was this ship that came to Earth to unleash this a group, these slave aliens, which turns out they're the spike aliens. They crashed, but somehow ended up in the volcano that went off at like 904 AD off the in Korea somewhere, like in between North and South Korea, and then ended up in Russia, got frozen over. All the aliens who drove the ship died, but all the prisoner aliens, which were the spikes, are still just like in these pods frozen over. It makes zero fucking sense. Don't watch this movie. Like that's it. And then there's a queen alien who escapes the ship, and then father son team up and kill them.
Yeah.
Like everyone else is dead except for the one one
so
black dude we met.
And that's where like the thing was like this whole thing could have been like a 45 minutes, you know? Like it should have been 45 minutes of like they come back to the past and they're like, yo, we all need you to fight and die. And then like people like who like that's where too is just like people would like actually be human beings and act in their own selfish fucking ways and be like, well, why don't we like not go to the future and we'll just figure out like what we got to do now. And then like they would have eventually got to the point, but it's like then there was like instead of doing that logical thing, there's 2 hours, right? So it's like you got the little bit of beginning, you've got 2 hours of nonsensical fucking horse shit, and then you get to, oh hey, there are a few people who are going to solve the problem at its root cause.
But this is, if you think about it, like I said, this movie is exactly correct in the entirely different ways that it intends to be.
I agree.
Like they send all these people to the future to die in a completely pointless war that they could have avoided entirely if they just sat down for 5 minutes and thought about it.
Bing.
Which is literally like every war that we fight in.
And like that's where this movie is beautiful in a way, right? Is that like it's so bad and like it's so stupid, but also it's like this is us.
Yes.
This
Tomorrow
is
War is a racket. Tomorrow was a racket. That's it. Like it essentially defines it. This is how we treat all issues. We take the longest and hardest route that ends up killing the most amount of people, whether it's us and them combined. Like it doesn't matter. Real quick, I'm angry at this movie too because the ending where the queen like he stuffs the toxin in the mouth, right, and it falls off the cliff. I'm like, that was from Tremors, and you fucking stole it. You stole it from Tremors. It's one of the greatest horror movies. If you haven't seen it, fucking Kevin Bacon, go see it.
No,
but like
there was
they stole
no,
it. Where
there
at
was
the
no
end,
snow in Tremors. Okay.
Yeah, but it's like the idea of falling off a cliff and dying. Like,
yeah, they did do that in Tremors.
They let it off the cliff.
Yep,
Even the two new Tremors movie, it's awful, but like it's on Amazon.
I wanted Chris Pratt to tame and ride in on a polar bear and command it like He-Man, and fight the last. It
would have been a better movie if he did. Like, why?
That would have been so.
With all the dumb shit that happened in this movie, why not? Why not? Like, literally just be
it's like the polar bear that's also like sickly and almost dying because of climate change.
Yes.
It's like, let's team up with the humans. Fight the poopy spike tentacle aliens.
I want a polar bear monologue at the end of the movie. Like Chris Pratt he gets caught by an alien, he's bleeding out, he's hallucinating, and a polar bear comes up and is like, "You should recycle more." And then he wakes up.
I will help you not be a terrible father to your daughter now.
And then you can walk around saying, "A polar bear fell on me."
What if the polar bear gives him a Coca-Cola and is like, make sure you put the bottle in the blue bin when you're done.
That would have been a better throwback to a movie. It's just like some random actual stuffed polar bear just falls on the alien and kills it.
God, throwback to Roadhouse. If you haven't subscribed to our Patreon, subscribe to our Patreon and go listen to that Roadhouse episode because that shit was fun.
Classic ep of the pod. Very, very fun episode.
Yeah, well, and like I'll say, like as we wrap this up, this was my request. I wanted to talk about this movie because it was like it's a giant Amazon production, big quote unquote A-star listing with Chris Pratt, right? And just one of like the just stupidest fucking things. Like everyone had to have been able to read this on paper and just said like, this is a terrible idea. Like, why wouldn't they just do that? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't they just do the smart thing? But at the end of the fucking day, you know, like this, there was a lot of shit like poured into it, and I mean that's just something that makes me watch it. But it's like I just thought this shit was just so fucking bad.
We haven't even touched on the CGI shit either. Like this is green screen fucking city. There's just indistinguishable gleep glops running around on like no like real sets. It's like a fucking Marvel movie with horrible like backdrops that's just vaguely fiery and smoky, and then you can't ever tell what's going on because it's just like aliens throwing poop at everyone and a bunch of people dying who you don't give a shit about.
Yeah, it's like okay, like especially too, it's like when they were like, oh hey, we gotta go in and get the queen, and then just like all you just see is just these random scenes of people trying to like grab an alien, and then there's random other people just getting fucking deuced up by the poop spears, and it's just like what's happening?
Looks
here?
like
what's
shit.
going on?
Yeah, you
What's
can't.
fucking happening here?
You can't tell who's dying. Like I remember they were in that stair scene, exiting whatever the fuck they were exiting.
Oh my god!
And like the dude in the still in the same fucking Black Rifle Coffee shirt with the fucking dumbass goatee, is like sitting there shooting at it, and apparently I thought he got knocked down by a tail. And then they all run, and I see him later. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? You can't tell who dies. You can't tell who's surviving.
Yes.
And it's just like, it's just a clusterfuck. Like, he goes and sacrifices, and I think it's a point of the movie. It's like, oh, there's this one dude who's like, stop going back. And Chris Pratt's like, nah, we gotta save everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like, nah, you're gonna die. And then sure enough, like, I don't know who
we
fucking
didn't even
comes out on top of
mention
that.
like the fucking crew of people who were like
His two black friends, two different black friends. One's a badass and one's a pussy.
Yeah, who were like they go back like they're like no like we come back from deployments, we chill for a few days, and then we come back and still kill aliens because like that's just how we roll. And it was like,
well, the one
like,
guy, the badass guy, is literally like, I kill aliens because my prostate is the size of a cantaloupe. I'm gonna be dead.
I'm gonna die in
dead
6
soon.
months. Yeah,
I'll be dead soon
exactly.
anyways. So why not fight some aliens? And like he dies at the end of the movie. He's like, I'm going out on my own terms, and he fucking suicide bombs some aliens.
Yeah, which like you literally could have gone out on your own terms, like at any fucking point in time.
Yeah, you could have fucking left Las Vegas and like been fucking hookers and drinking whiskey. Doesn't matter.
But in like the alternative, right? Of like, oh hey, I die in an absolute violent and painful way, getting pulled apart by poopy dart aliens just chewing on my asshole. Like, why? Why even the potential?
Do I want to die with titties in my mouth, being fucking drowning in whiskey, or do I want to die by alien poop darts in my brain?
And then there's the other dude who survives, who's like, it's clear the dude has never picked up a weapon in his life, and it's like Chris Pratt has to tell him how to load it, but doesn't tell him anything else. Yes. And all of a sudden they're on the ground shooting like these automatic weapons of just like that are powerful, right? Like if you were to pick this weapon up, it's probably like a good 20 pounds. Yeah. Like these are powerful like weapons, and they just all of a sudden like English school teacher is drafted and knows how to shoot this weapon. Like, get the fuck out of here. None of these people know how to operate this shit. And God forbid they know how to reload. Like, from the very beginning, everyone should have died everyone should have fucking died if you're going into the future. Like,
you know what's awesome is when, I know we're wrapping up, but like Chris Pratt, he has his two black friends both survive, right? He's like, yo, I'm not a racist. I saved both of these guys. They are my brothers, and we fought together against aliens poops. And they get back, and he's like, "Oh, by the way, the commander is my daughter." So they're like, "You two your black friends are going back to the war." And he's like, "I'm gonna go hang out with my hot daughter, who's now a commander of all the troops. See you, boys." And he tells the one tough dude, he's like, "Hey, take care of the pussy." And he's like, "Fuck you." And then they leave, and like they literally just leave the movie for the whole time that he goes and hangs out with his daughter. And then like later he like meets up with them, and the pussy guy is like, I hid in the closet the whole deployment. After you left me, I was a pussy even more. I hid in the closet. He's like, I survived. He has like 1,000-yard stare. He's like, I survived in the closet the whole deployment. I thought it was just great that he's like, we're brothers in war, and then he just immediately abandons them, like just so quick.
It's a representation of Chris Pratt's church.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
We're all about you until you want a leadership position.
Yes.
Then fuck you if you're LGBT or black.
Yes, exactly. We are brothers in Christ, but like, listen, the deacon positions, there's no openings for you right now in our church. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go back and do street preaching. That's what you guys are all about, right? We'll send you down there to do that. Go spread the gospel. Like, I can't believe how quickly he abandoned his only friends who survived. Like, everyone else is dead. He's like, yeah, I'm kind of like a big deal now. I led a successful mission, and my daughter is like in charge of things. So you guys go get killed by alien poop.
Yeah, just so many things wrong. So many people should have died so many times. Like, after they stole the queen got away, and they're like driving their Humvee away, and there's like 100 of these spike poop sender things. Aliens are following them. All of a sudden, they get away in their Humvee when it's been established that these aliens like can run as fast as a Humvee. So like, there's so many times like just fucking dumb. It was stupid from the beginning. Movie should have been 30 minutes. Fuck this movie. It doesn't deserve a sequel, but it's getting it because enough of us watch the shit. And
which like. How did what's
everyone's home, dude? No one's going to the movies. They're not going to see Pig. They're sitting at home and watching. They're being pigs at home and watching Tomorrow War.
But what is what's the sequel here? They're like, oh shit, the aliens are like, well, remember those like that attack ship that we sent? Like hundreds of years ago or something.
There'll be more than one
thousands of years ago.
They'll be like,
remember that one ship that we sent thousands of years ago? Well, it turns out it got blown up, so we got to send another one. Is that the plot of the next one?
There'll be another one they didn't know about under the ice in Antarctica. There will be penguins.
This is the thing. It's you know how Alien was the first Alien. Aliens was second. It's gonna be Tomorrow Wars. It's gonna be called. Just put an S on it and then say there was another ship in like somewhere else that the climate change affected in like 100 years. That it's gonna. So I don't know how they're gonna do this shit.
I think I think what's gonna happen in the next one is they're gonna steal the Alien model or something else from the Alien model, and there's gonna be like some other type of alien race that hunts or also kills those other things. Yeah, it's basically gonna be the Predator, but something else.
And the white spikes are the xenomorphs, and they're like the brown darts make the white spikes look like huge pussies. They're like that's like the white spike is like a schnauzer, and the brown dart is a Doberman German Shepherd breed. It's a whole new thing. It's going to be even harder to fight. It's going to suck so bad. Because
they didn't set it up at all. Like, how the fuck do you make a sequel for this movie? There's no setup for it in any way, shape, or form. What are you going to do, like a Yesterday War and make it a fucking prequel? Like, you can't do this. Like, stop. But enough people fucking liked it, apparently.
Well, if
you like this movie, you're stop watching movies. You don't deserve to watch cinema.
Whoever the pilots of the original ship were, okay? Once Chris Pratt and Dad, okay? Once they blew up the ship, it sent a signal back, right? And they're like, oh, hey, this thing that we sent thousands of years ago, it blew up. And, like, we need to send another one. And then, like, here we go.
Then it's a prequel to Independence Day.
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense.
I want the Tomorrow War to be like the sequel to be the Forever War. And the lesson of the movie will be like, actually, we need war. It's the only thing that brings us together and sustains us. It's like we have to actually be constantly killing each other. It doesn't matter what the reasons are. It's the only thing that binds us together. That's the one I want them to, the message they want them to sell to us.
I also think like whatever the superior alien race that cargoes up the poopy dart aliens, like they're the United States, right? They're the U.S.
Oh, that would have been such a good fucking plot. Jesus.
Sending waves and waves of people they've captured up, or aliens they've captured up, and go kill other races and shit.
That could have been such a fucking good plot line. Maybe it was like actually like Americans from the future that like mutated this like monster to use as a weapon against Russia and actually implanted it. See, that would have been a better plot line than whatever the fuck that shit was.
No. But I'm like I'm talking about like the writers are saying like the alien race that sends these poopy dart aliens. They are like, it's like the metaphor, right? That's like that's the stories that they're the United States.
Now
like,
we're just pontificating.
Well, it's been done by the Twilight Zone.
And I go on to say it's like we are veterans of poopy dart aliens.
Yes,
we are.
Let's speaking of sequels,
aliens.
I'm a big poopy dart special alien.
Left flank poopy dart aliens.
Speaking of sequels. The next episode that I do want to tease. This is still in the works, so take this with a grain of salt. But we're gonna crossover ep we're working on. I'm not gonna tell you who yet. We're gonna crossover ep we're working on for a movie night for insert title here. I will say what the movie's going to be, which is a very pilled movie. Let's call it. It's Joaquin Phoenix precursor to the Joker, which I think this movie probably got him the Joker. It's called You Were Never Really Here. And you guys know how much I love QAnon shit. This movie delves into some QAnon territory that is like this movie came out before like Save the Children and QAnon was really like a thing. Yes.
Oh, there it is.
It's like a mighty little tiger, man. That was Winnie's purrs there. It was a real live Winnie purrs. No, it's a very pilled movie. I like the movie. I don't know if you guys will like it or not, but yeah, You Were Never Really Here, starring Joaquin Phoenix.
Hey, are we still recording or what?
Yeah. I'm trying to tease out the next app, bro.
Oh, okay.
He said that like right before the purge. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I know it's just been a really long like tease. I just feel like it's kind of past the point of tease.
Interrupted by Winston's purring. God damn.
Yeah. I apologize for interrupting.
The only thing that you do when you interrupt with "Hey, are we still recording?" is make my life hell editing. That's the only thing that you're doing here right now.
Is this live?
Yeah, it's live. All right. On that note, we will shut down the pod. Thank you for listening to Insert Title here. We appreciate you being a patron. And stay tuned for our next ep. You Were Never Really Here, starring Joaquin Phoenix. Thank you. War's a Racket. Ooh. Bye-bye.
Tomorrow, War's a Racket.
Bye-bye. All right, I have hit the stop on my record button.
I have stopped mine as well. Export as MP3.
I promise you, I will end the pod, you guys. Okay, I promise you will. Last time, I've listened to this many times over when I was editing. I was telling you guys I was ending the pod, and then you both were like, "So have we ended the pod?"
Yeah, and then you said yes.
I was like, "Yeah, I literally said I've stopped recording." So like I have to make it even more explicit. God damn it.
Look, it's funny though because like it's funny. It makes for good laughs for everyone else.
So is it? We ended it though.
We ended the pod. We haven't ended the stream. We are still here. Chat. It's not a hot mic. We're still here. I know you guys are still here on the stream. We're stopping the recording of the pod.
We are aware that you are here. I'm turning off sub only mode right now. So
yes, and I'm getting ready to do the raid because it's way past my wife guy bedtime.
Are we doing that mutual aid? So
yes, I'm queuing it up.
I think Ask Fair is still going for another 30 minutes.
Did you check? Can you check for me right quick?
Yeah, let me check.
You're a towel.
You're a towel.
Howdy-ho.
The beach, don't forget to bring a towel.
Man, that movie was so fucking. It was comically bad. Comically bad, dude.
I'm excited to hear you guys' thoughts.
Wait, they're not